Welcome to week one of KHSAA high school football action. We're here at Central Hardin High School for the opener.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Central Hardin High School for the debut of the 2025 Central Hardin Bruin football season.
Have high expectations for this season. We'll start with the Atherton Ravens.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand? And gentlemen, remove your caps.
We are getting going immediately here.
The colors will be
band, however,
by the Central Hardin
first. Well, or the yeah. Let's pause.
So we'll be right back with you.
We'll be right back in a moment after the playing of the national anthem here. Ready to get a little early on this one, aren't they, Tony?
Yeah.
Of the national anthem by the Bruin band here at Central Hardin High School. We are remaining standing as the colors leave the field. Now we're ready for some high school football action. Very excited for this opener for the start of the season. As I was saying, again, we had a great rendition. The band has played, and we are now geting ready for some football tonight. I'm Paul Gray. I've got Tony Menendez, my good friend, here with me tonight to call the game. As I was saying, Atherton has high expectations. They had a 10-3 season last year under Coach Anthony White. And they've made some key additions. They've got some key players that have returned. And you're going to see some ball players on that side. On the other side, last year's team here at Central Hardin was 4-9. And they had a good playoff run. They were able to beat Christian County and a big upset over McCracken County. So they played really well late in the season. However, we've got new leadership, a new head coach making his debut. That's Coach Lance Gregory. And so excited to see what he'll do. I know Tony Menendez here in just a minute. Tony's going to talk a little bit about what we're going to see offensively and defensively from these two teams. But Coach Gregory's bringing a lot of excitement to the team here at Central Hardin. Again, those Atherton Ravens, they had a great run last year as well, 10-3. They lost in the third round of the playoffs to Bowling Green, the perennial power and state champ, 40-22. So that was some kind of matchup last year, and you can see that this is a team that's this year wanting to even go further and wanting to accomplish even more. So got two good teams here tonight, a 6A power, a 5A power, and again, we expect good football here. Tony, the star of the show right now before kickoff is the weather.
Yes, it is the weather. Let's just say this is the best weather I've seen in a long time for the beginning of a football season.
Absolutely.
No wind, no rain, almost no cloud coverage in sight. It's pretty clear. The temperature's perfect. I mean, usually you're roasting this time of year, but I think right now we got like high 70s, low 80s.
Might be 80 degrees right now. I mean, it's going to be in the 70s here in a little bit.
You couldn't ask for a more perfect night to start the season. No worry about field slop or something like that causing issues. This is going to be really a conditioning thing for both teams. Let's see how they do first game of the season and get to it.
So no excuses tonight. The weather is beautiful. We always talk about in this first game, especially with heat, cramping issues and conditioning issues. If you're cramping up out here tonight, you're just not ready for football. Now, again, you might not be when you haven't played a full four-quarter game, especially when both teams will have a couple of guys that are playing a lot of the game, both ways. I'm sure they'll be looking to give people rest.
Some will be both ways, special teams, and everything. They'll be going all three ways, depending on how they line up.
So the weather is perfect. It's a great night here at Central Hardin High School. Beautiful high school here. A lot of the construction is complete. Still some more to go. There's still some work being done, but a beautiful place. This area out here at the football field is mostly complete, and it looks really nice. Exciting for this 2025 football season. Just wanted to mention here, as we are getting ready to get started here, at halftime they're going to be honoring the first team to ever play here at Central Hardin High School. They'll be honoring band, cheerleaders, players, coaches.
Yep.
That was a 7-3 season in their first ever season here. So they're going to honor those people tonight at halftime. We're excited to see some of the old coaches and players, cheerleaders out to celebrate all this time, all those years ago. At the very beginning. I was lucky
enough to even have a chance to coach with Mike Lewis, who's one of the people being honored towards it back into his career. So, I learned a lot from him and his philosophies of football and
great man. A lot of love for Mike Lewis here in our area, and just a great man. So that will be happening at halftime. Also want to mention here, as we're kind of into our pregame analysis and show, tonight's broadcast of high school football is simulcast on HCEC-TV, our Hardin County Education Community Television, and also on ESPN Radio 106.1. We're so happy that we not only have viewers tonight, but we've got listeners tonight. And so we welcome all of you to, again, a good night, a good first night of high school football. What a great partnership for Hardin County TV and ESPN Radio 106.1. And we're very excited about that. So I wanted to throw that out there. We don't just have people watching. By the way, Tony and I are, if you're on the radio, if we sound a little uncomfortable, we're not. We're very comfortable. However, for the first time ever calling games, there's a camera pointed at us. So if we have any, we're waving. Hello.
Hello to people.
If they ever put the camera on us, producer.
It is hot, they said.
Producer Ron Hartley, Jeremy Miller, all of our staff, all of our kids down there working the cameras. They may from time to time put us on camera. Here we are, man. I've never had that happen. I should have combed my hair better, Tony.
Yeah, I know. I got lucky at my hair's combed today. Next time I have to do a little bit more trimming on my beard, but
Absolutely. Well, back to the matchup, Tony.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about Central Hardin and Atherton. What can the people expect from these two teams offensively and defensively?
Well, I would say offensively we're seeing almost like a going back to like our coaching days. With Central, we're getting a spread offense look again, which Central hasn't done for quite some time.
Yeah.
They were wing T for a good amount of time, and then they went to an option route, and now we're back to the spread with RPO and some different looks in it. And I personally myself, I'm a big fan of the spread, so I'm looking forward to seeing it, which is interesting because the team they're playing against, Atherton, runs the spread as well, so it'd be a little bit of a mirror of like what they're doing. So to me, I think edge-wise defenses, maybe neither defense has a big edge on what they're going against because they've been practicing against it at practice.
Yes.
And
I think you'll see a lot of three-man fronts too, though, right, Tony?
Yeah, and we saw that too. Like when we back in the day, when we whenever we played against a spread team, we almost feasted on defense because we knew what to look for. So I'm interested in seeing how that chess match plays out with them mirroring each other's offense in a way, and the defensive having seen the spread themselves already.
So the other thing I want to mention here, other than the matchup as far as offensive and defense, is just some of the key players in the ball games. Obviously the quarterbacks. Caleb Irwin for Central Hardin is a returning quarterback. For the Ravens, it's number 11 De'Aris Smith returning from last year. He's just a junior. He played as a sophomore last year. They kind of had two quarterbacks that saw a lot of time. But De'Aris Smith is back. We're also going to see a lot of talent on the field on both sides of the ball. Gage Gurgley, running back for Central Hardin. Braden Begley, Corday Matthews, Raquan Bradley will be catching some of the passes. Some really good defensive talent. Aiden Peterson. We'll see Carson Lamoth on both sides of the ball. That's the big guy for the Bruins. That's probably our most recruited lineman. And so there's a lot of good talent on that Central Hardin side. On the other side, for the Atherton Ravens, there's several guys that we're going to keep a lookout for. Number 4 especially. Number 4 is Garyon Hobbs. He's a receiver, defensive back. And Garyon Hobbs is, we don't know a lot about this Atherton team. We're going to learn with you folks. That's one of the things about the first week. We don't have stats yet from this team. We don't know who's going to touch the ball as much. They did lose their top running back from last year, but Coach Gregory from Central Hardin, talking to him, he said they've got several really good running backs, including number 10, Duzai Grundy, who was their second leading rusher last year. So they've got players everywhere that have played. Number 4, though, Garyon Hobbs, the rumor we're hearing is he's a transfer over from Cal and was one of their top athletes in the past. So they're very excited about him. You're going to be looking for 0 and 99 on their defense. We don't have names on them because those numbers aren't on the roster.
Yeah, so there's a little chunk about 10 players that we're not 100% sure what their number is. We have names, so if we call you out by number, don't get
be
that
looking
at the broadcast staff. That was not our fault. That was we can only go with the information we are given.
But 0 and 99 is a defensive lineman, defensive tackle, and defensive end. He'll move around a little bit. He is a top recruited player. 0 is a corner, and he is also a highly recruited player, along with number 4, Garyon Hobbs. So, and here come the Bruins onto the field. We're about a minute from kickoff, and it looks like we're getting ready for kickoff here. Again, the debut for Coach Lance Gregory. So when we've just got a minute left here, Tony, any predictions for what we might see here?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Atherton does edge out in this game just because of some of the athletes they have. But I think really if Central can keep them from making the big plays and stay over top of them for the passes and make them earn it down the field, we'll see if they can see how they do in this game. And I'm just really interested to see how Central runs the spread and how they do with it and how Atherton plays against it.
So I have to agree. I think Atherton's got to be your favorite based on record from last year, based on returning players. Again, Central Hardin's playing a lot of seniors, which is good. Whenever you're playing 17 and 18-year-olds, that's going to help you. You're probably going to have a good season, which they have a lot of seniors. However, there are some seniors that haven't produced a lot yet. Last year, a lot of their production running the football, Seth Loudermilk and some of those guys have moved on. But we'll just see how that goes with this Central Hardin squad. But again, we talked earlier today, Tony, about the fact that when you've got two teams that are fairly even and you're not sure how the matchup is gonna go, boy, this is really confusing. Neither team knows where they're supposed to be right now. This is quite hilarious. Switching ends again. If you're on the radio here, Central Hardin was on the right end. They're going to have to go to the left end of the field here because they're not on the right side. Here we go. Now we got everybody lined up. But we talked about how when you get in this kind of early season matchup, a lot of it comes down to mistakes and penalties turnovers, coaching, conditioning. You know, who is ready to play tonight? Who will make fewer mistakes?
Who can execute?
Yeah, who can execute what they know they should do?
And that's a hard thing for high school kids sometimes.
It is.
So that's a big thing early on, not getting frustrated.
Yeah, those first 3 or 4 weeks, you don't know if the better team will win. It's the team that's going to execute better.
Yeah, because you think most high school teams, the most they've done by this point is maybe a scrimmage or two, and even if those scrimmages is mostly switching off between starters and backups and freshmen, and so it's not a true tell of like how a team handles 4 quarters. So we'll see how this goes.
I believe back deep for Central Hardin is number 4, Corday Matthews, and number 6, Raekwon Bradley. Number 35 kicking off. He's going to squib it. It's handled, and a big hit there. It was number 23 for Central Hardin. Handling did a great job. As Gavin Calloway, the defensive back, coming up with it. Gives the Bruins some good field position. The kicker for Atherton was number 35. That's Bruce Leiston. So Leiston is the kicker.
Starting off on the 33-yard line here.
So first possession for the Bruins at the 33. They'll start on the left hash here. Our first look at Coach Gregory's offense here, and again, we don't know exactly what to expect. We know it'll be spread. We know there are some wing T principles involved there. Trip formation to the right, back set to the weak side to the left. Corday Matthews looks confused. He's kind of in motion deep. And they're going to have to call a timeout here before they run a play. I think, maybe not. I think Matthews has an equipment issue. There is an equipment issue after that first play. He's got to get something switched off here. They'll bring number 7, Cooper Kinsey, in to replace him at the left wide out position. It looks like a man-to-man look. And they're going to be bringing the house to try to stop the run. Maybe a couple yards there. That's Gage Gurgley, number 8, the senior, on the carry, Tony.
Probably about 2 on that. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if Central, to try to combat the speed of Atherton, is going to try to, do a lot of zone run scheme to slow the game down.
Yeah. There's 99, Tony, at the left defensive end here. He's a large fella.
He is a large fella.
So we've got a 3-man front here. It looks like, man, they may be going into a 2-deep look here, as more of a where they sure are looking at the receivers like this is man. They're going to play a lot of man cover, it appears. Nobody over, however, the right slot receiver here. 2 receivers to each side. Deep motion from Corday Matthews. Give inside on a trap to Gurgley again. They're going to try to establish the run.
Another 2 yards on that.
There's number 4 on the tackle. Number 4 is Garyon Hobbs, and he was in there first.
To me, when you see a 3-man front, you think your O-line can handle it. And they're playing man, see if you can run it.
Yeah. Yeah, so 3rd down and 6.
For that defense for Atherton is taking up a lot of real estate.
The big nose tackle, 62 there. No 62 on the roster. That's fun for us. Yeah, we love it when they leave people off.
But
he's large.
Looks like they're doing some pinch up front.
2-man there. They're going to sprint out and try to throw it. Irwin's going to run this thing. Oh, they got him by the shoelaces. Big play.
He had a space there to maybe turn it up and pick up a first down, but they were able to snatch it from behind.
Well, tackled by number 3, who was also not on the roster. All right, so a couple big plays there. Actually, I'm sorry, that might have been 5. That may have been Jason Briscoe, one of their leading receivers from last year, playing on that side of the ball. So just a rush for not a yard, 0 yards on that rush, brings up a 4th down and 6. So 3 running. Well, they were trying to throw the football there, but nowhere to go with the football. Back to punt. Harrison Hamilton. Kick is away. It's a good kick, and they've done a great job of keeping it away from number 5, Briscoe.
I almost thought they were going to get an offsides call there because it looked like the DN jumped, but I guess the ref didn't see it.
Well, so the punt's going to be down to the 41. So the Ravens will start, of Atherton, will start on their own 41-yard line. Good field position, not a very long punt. Effective. I know Coach Gregory, in talking to him during the week, said, we're not punting the ball to anybody because they don't want any of those guys running around with the football.
With open space, be able to do
something.
Man.
Great athletes over there. The Briscoe brothers, James Allen and Jason. James Allen is one person.
James
and then Jason. Obviously, Garyon Hobbs, number 4, who's out here at the wide receiver spot. A little bit of confusion here getting going. 2 backs. And I think the coach is going to calling a timeout. Or we just don't have. I think we have another issue with.
And this is the first game of the season.
Okay.
Issues.
Yeah.
Lining up wrong.
I believe 82 Corey Jackson has checked in for Briscoe. Faking the screen, trying to go the other way. Beautiful job. Jeffrey Council, number 69, batting the ball down. Great job by the defensive tackle getting in there.
And that's a tough call there.
Incomplete pass. So be second down and 10. Great job on the rush. They faked the screen to the right and tried to go wide receiver screen left. Did not work. So 2 receivers tight to the left here. This is interesting. Maybe, somebody jumped. Carson Lamoth ran over the offensive guard. He's saying the guard moved. That guard was number 56. False start on the offense. It was 56. It jumped early. Of course, maybe it's 55. Corey Fitzpatrick.
Let him know, hey, I saw you move.
Well, he made the officials make a call.
He said, I saw him move.
Well, second down and 15 now. As neither offense off to a great start. Again, just one offensive snap so far, however, for the Ravens. They've got an up back, like an H back, in a tight slot on that side. So it's a trips look over there. They're going to go with a speed option. Oh, great job running through by Gurgley to make a tackle. Wow. He's going to pick up 3 yards, maybe 2. That's number 10, Duzai Grundy, with the carry. So he'll pick up 2.
A gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 13 at the 38.
So 3rd down and 13 after the 2-yard carry. Great job by the defense, hustling there to, trying to make a late substitution. Is I believe 52 is Braden Perry coming off. 55 checking in. Motion across. That's Briscoe in motion.
He's going deep.
14 is now the quarterback. It's not Smith. Oh, had it.
He had it there.
Wow. Number 14 is what I expected to be the backup, Lamar Sistrunk. And it was James Allen Briscoe was the intended receiver, and incomplete. He was open, and the ball was on his hands. So
let's see if they punt it here.
Well, 4th and long, 4th and 13 in their own end. They've got to be thinking so. I would always be wary if I were the defensive coordinator or the kick punt return team. Back deep is Corday Matthews, number 4. We'll keep getting to know all the players as we continue on through the ball game here. They are on our right again. They're going to go tight punt. I think they might be concerned. There's a flag thrown. I think there was movement on the line. So obviously, Atherton concerned about getting the punt blocked.
Yeah, so they bring everybody in.
They bring everybody and go tight punt.
And then the Rams moved. And this goes back to what we said at the beginning of the game about miscommunications and kind of.
First time they've been in this situation this year, right?
Yep.
4th and 18.
Well, 4th and 18 now. It looks like Jared Erico is going to check in for the Bruins. Council going to check out. He's going to get a short rest before they go on offense. Punt is away. It's a low one, end over end. Good bounce for the Ravens. It's going to get down inside the 25. Trying to see who the punter was there. Is that number 2? Quishon Baines. Quishon Baines with the punt. Good punt. Flipping the field for the Ravens. The Bruins will take over at their own 24.
They got to feel good about that on the defensive side.
Yeah,
Held them up.
I mean, 3 and out. They went backwards. So both defenses right now flexing. Offenses have got to find something to get going here.
At the beginning of the season, the defense usually has like a little bit of a up on the offense.
Offense has to find a rhythm, running the football and throwing the football. And I think both teams will get something going here in a little bit. 8:23 to go here in the first quarter. Each team with a possession, each team with a 3 and out.
Central with a single back.
In the pistol look, which means behind the shotgun quarterback. They're going to be in the pistol a lot.
option right
Quarterback keeping it. Nice job. So they fake the inside zone. It's zone read. The end hits Gage Gurgley, the back, and, man, quarterback Caleb Irwin is gone with the football. Big 11-yard pickup.
The defensive end couldn't set the edge because they kind of like pinched at the beginning of that.
Yeah, he went right at the running back. Yep. He did. Pinching down inside. So 1st and 10 Bruins, first down of the ball game for either side, and it's a big run by Caleb Irwin. Great job handling the football. Pulls it out, makes a good read on the inside zone read. At the 37. Now he's going to give it to Gurgley. Gurgley's got space. Big run for 13.
First down, Bruins.
So I think that's the same play.
Yeah. I
mean, you give here, and he did not see pressure off the edge.
What leads you up to the RPO look, which is you're doing that give.
And then you can
quarterback's keeping it,
sprint out and look for the pass or run option.
Yep, make them play the run, and then that's when you pop one over top.
So they're out to the 49-yard line, not quite to midfield, but threatening it. Trips right formation. Blitz off the outside. Keeper there, and the blitzer actually makes the play. No gain. I believe that's
number 3.
There is no number 3 on the roster, but that's okay. Great play 3. He came off the edge. He was the outside linebacker, and he was there in a hurry.
He came in hot.
He did. He would have had either of those, so no gain for Irwin.
Well, the quarterback needs to take a second look up before he ran that play, just to give a look-see, because he could have saw that blitz coming.
6:55 and counting. 2nd down and 10 now from the 49. 2 wide receivers to each side. Again, we're going to see this spread from both sides. Gurgley in the backfield with Caleb Irwin at the quarterback. Corday Matthews wide left. He's running a deep route, but they're going to go ahead and run it. It's Irwin. Oh, fell. He had some space. 4 yards on the carry, I think.
Yep, just 4 yards.
So I'm really looking forward to Caleb Irwin pulling the trigger. They want to throw the football, but
they're playing man coverage, and everybody's dropping with the receivers.
Yeah.
And, if there's a lane there, then take the lane.
Yeah, in man cover, you're going to have a little bit of space to run the football as the quarterback.
Yeah, if the offensive line can pick up those 3 down linemen and nobody's blitzing, everybody's dropping back in coverage and man,
tight trips, a bunch to the right this time. Bunch right. Man-to-man blitz off the edge. He's got to step up. Man, people from everywhere. Guys inside, outside, everywhere. Number 3 again, making a big play. Wow.
Almost wish there was an outlet receiver on that. They all kind of ran a little bit deeper routes. So it looks like number 3 is punting it. The quarterback.
Oh, is that Caleb Irwin? I think they said number 3 is Boo Sutton. They may have an updated roster down there. We need to steal one from them. Good play from number 3. A sack on that play. Irwin back to kick it away. He's, way right. They're not going to get more than 5 yards on that punt.
Cheerleaders need to have their heads on the swivel because
they
almost
in danger. They picked. Well, he's giving them way more yards than I expected. They're going to get about 15 yards on that, or are they? No, here it comes.
No, I think they're bringing it back.
Yeah, so again, you tell your punter, don't kick it to the deep man, kick it out of bounds. And that's good strategy, but you've got to execute it to where you're not just gaining 5 yards on the punt.
I mean, you're just going to gain 5 yards on the punt, might as well
you
go for a fourth down.
Absolutely, you go for it on 4th down there, for sure.
I mean, well, let's see. There we go.
And so a little more than that. They're giving them more of like a 12-yard or 14-yard punt. They'll have it at the 42, 43-yard line. Trying to look to see who the quarterback is right here in this situation.
It's hard to see.
It is 14. It is 14. It is Lamar Sistrunk.
14 back in the backfield and 10 in the backfield.
Yeah, 10 is Duzai Grundy, the running back we expected to see a lot of tonight. 23 at the left, wide out. Jeremiah Briscoe is the 3rd Briscoe brother, so Briscoe's everywhere. It's like a 5-man front, or at least they're bringing Blitzer off the edge. Nice tackle inside. Stuffed. And now everybody there. I believe that was 34, Aiden Peterson. Tony, I think Peterson was one of their leading 2 or 3 tacklers. May have not been 34, may have been 24. Connor Dupin.
About half a yard.
So maybe a yard for Grundy.
Just quick screen pass right there.
Hockman trying to get there, 42.
Making some
everybody getting there. Good job.
That is good job. And I love that pursuit.
Yes.
Pursuit drill is key for defense. When you see someone breaking outside, the whole defense needs to be getting their pursuit angles and get on that runner so they can't go anywhere. It's a good team tackling both plays.
Trying to see who that was that caught the pass there. I think that was the running back. On the tackle, we had Blake Hockman there, but also Oakley Strader. So 22 and 45, the first ones, and then a host there. 3rd and 6, a big down here for the Bruins for both teams.
We got a flag.
We've got a flag down. They kind of bobbled the shotgun snap, trying to go to Garyon Hobbs on a jet sweep. False start, so it would be 3rd and 11 now. Again, this is at the second penalty.
You should be happy it was a false start because that could have been a fumble there.
Yeah, he did not handle the snap well. So 3rd and 12.
A blessing in the curse play. I mean, blessing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That it was a bad play, but it could have been worse. It could have been a turnover and good field position for the Bruins. So.
3rd and 12 at the 41.
2 penalties on the offense there so far. One in the first series, one
that,
now.
The safety's not pulling over more.
Trips left. They're going to run it to Grundy straight ahead, and he kind of loses his balance. They're trying to cut.
A little bit of slip on that Bruin head.
I think it's really a good observation. I think that's what's going on there. You get in the middle of the field, and that painted area can be a little bit
slick.
The other thing, though, Tony, is you always tell running backs to cut off the inside foot or off the. If you're cutting right, you're cutting off the left foot, not off your right foot, which he was on the right foot when he's trying to cut to the right. You're going to lose footing all the time.
I assume they're going for it here.
Really? Timeout.
Yeah, another personnel change. I think they're feeling they're in that territory.
This is live coverage of Central Hardin football on HCEC-TV and ESPN Radio 106.1. This is Hardin County Educational Community Television Student Production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools, live streaming Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunications needs, featuring Bark, protect what matters most. BBTEL Stream, watch TV with your BBTEL app. BBTEL Secure, a safer home awaits. BBTEL Blast, make the most of your Wi-Fi. Visit bbtel.com today. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Bardstown, Brandenburg, and South Louisville. For more information, go online at physicaltherapyky.com. E-Town Self-Storage, finally a place conveniently located in Elizabethtown. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices. And we're back. Big 4th and 8, and it looks like Coach Anthony White wants to go for it. They've got a tight trips to the left, which often means some sort of crossing route. Oh, reverse, and it's wide open. Briscoe with it. Oh, they got a flag. It's got to be a hold.
And it was on the backside of the play, which is the
wow,
worst
that's
place
crazy.
to get a flag.
I think that's 5.
And I think,
Jason Briscoe.
Think the flag is on 52.
Ooh. Wow, Briscoe had about a 40-yard run. Tackled at the end of that, I believe, by Strader.
But I think that's all coming back.
Wow, big penalty. So I'm not probably going to be capable as a mathematician, calculus person of calculating the yardage they just lost. We're going to say 10-yard holding penalty.
I'm going to say they lost a lot.
But the 40-yard run on top of that, man, I'm not sure exactly how many yards it was, but that was a big.
And that was one of those plays that was like a bonehead play.
Wow. Yeah, they
52,
had that.
Which doesn't have a name here on this roster we got.
Yeah. Oh, I've got one. Makai Morris. I think it's Makai Morris.
Did a little chop blocking in the back, basically.
Yeah. On the back side of the play.
Where we always tell the players, if the play is going past you, just leave it alone.
Yeah, leave it alone.
Let them go. Let
Absolutely.
them go and enjoy green fields.
Exactly.
No heroes needed.
That was about a 37-yard play that has been nearly blocked, but a good punt. Corday Matthews under it, misses it. Oh, and it's picked up, and it looks like Atherton Ravens are going to have it. Matthews' face mask was pulled when he was going to get the ball on the ground after he dropped it. I thought we might get a face mask call. But, wow, just off his hands there. I think he looked down to see the coverage coming. Well, there's one of those mistakes we talked about. Two evenly matched teams. We said, early season mistakes.
Let's see what they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't think you can run with that football. So it's where he recovered it. Yeah. It's not like a fumble. It's a muffed punt. That cannot be run with. If somebody catches it and fumbles it and you pick up a fumble, you can return that for a touchdown. But the muffed punt is where the ball was.
He never had possession of it.
Yeah, Corday never had possession of it. All right, so big turn of events. There's a turnover there.
And this is where I take a shot.
Yeah,
if I'm the offensive
absolutely. Go deep. You got one-on-one down here on the bottom. Nope, they're going to run the football. Duzai Grundy straight. Nope, bounces out. Oh, going backwards. That's a bad idea. Look at all the Bruins. 4 of them there.
I think the initial one in there was number 11.
That's Braden Begley, and he is a really good defensive end for this team there. So Grundy's going to – they're going to give him – what are we doing here? He never got 3 yards. One of the other officials spotted it a yard forward. This guy just gave him 3 yards.
Did they call it
good
loss
grief.
Of forward progression, 3 yards up?
Gee whiz, that's a terrible spot. One of the officials spotted it as a 1-yard gain, which he might have gotten. 3 yards he never got. Now they're going to look deep up the side, but way behind.
Great
terrible throw.
By number 4 for their brilliance.
Yeah, Corday Matthews.
That was not a good idea throw. I mean,
that's the senior. Yeah, that's the senior version of the Briscoe brothers throwing it.
Unless you're going to throw over top, but he underthrew it.
Well, there is the idea of if you've got good coverage over the top, you're supposed to throw the back shoulder fade, but that wasn't back shoulder. That was 5 yards short of the back shoulder.
That was a hip fade.
Well, that was not. Yeah, that was nowhere near him fade. So
I was looking downfield. I didn't see if he had pressure in his face right there, but.
So right now, the Ravens are 1 of 4 passing for 4 yards and not effective yet. Sistrunk looking now on the out route, just can't handle it.
I think that is
number 3 again. Maybe Boo Sutton, that's what we're hearing. Woo Sutton.
That's number 5.
Actually, that's 5.
So that is
Jason
one of the
Briscoes. Yeah, that's Briscoe. Jason Briscoe.
That number 5 bunches up.
Woo Sutton, number 3. He's the one making all the plays on defense. Didn't figure he'd be making all the plays on offense. Well, here we are, 4th down again. 4th and 7. What do you expect here, Tony? I think they got to throw it, don't they?
I would put the quarterback on a bootleg.
You got man-to-man cover down here on the bottom. It just depends on how much you like this matchup with Corday Matthews at the corner.
You got a senior.
Quick screen to the big stud receiver. He got it, man. What a great run, because he was hit well before
that.
Absolutely. Garyon Hobbs, the big transfer in.
You got to get him to the ground. You can't let him make a play there. That could have been a whole turnover or down.
They 2 guys had an opportunity at him before he got to the first down marker. But Garyon Hobbs, fantastic job. 8-yard reception, first down. It was 4th and 6, and makes a big play there.
Got a timeout again.
Okay, all right. Timeout with 1:12 to
go.
Had
a little bit of confusion on their lineup.
Hardin County TV is teaming up with WIEL tonight for coverage of high school football live on ESPN Radio 106.1. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling. Competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located off the I-65 exit 91 on 311 Steel Drive in Elizabethtown. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company and has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Back to action here. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line for the Atherton Ravens. We got a minute to go in the first quarter.
Austin Bly coming in for the Bruins.
Austin Bly on the field. Is that number 52?
53.
53, Austin Bly
Give
on the field.
Some of those guys out there.
2 backs, trips to the right. They're going to give a good pickup there. Good tackle from behind by Jeffrey Council and Carson Lamoth, both on the play.
4 yards on that play.
4-yard gain there. It will bring up a 2nd down and 6. They're going to mark it for a 3-yard gain.
They brought it back a little bit.
Brought it back a little bit. Knee must have been down. So 2nd and 7. Bruins against this look with 2 backs are going to go to a 4-man front. Almost a 5 with the outside linebacker walked up. 2 backs and a tight end. Going to Garyon Hobbs.
Ooh,
Nothing
nice
there.
Tackle by the DN.
Stuffed.
No doing. Like
Carson Lamoth, the big fella, man. That's the biggest player on this team. Boy, he looks good tonight. So they're going to say no gain there. Garyon Hobbs carrying the football. He's the one that made the big play on 4th down, so not a bad idea giving him the football, Tony.
Yep. It's a big play. These next 2 companies, this is all 4 down territory.
I would think.
I would assume they're not going to. They don't have a field goal kicker, but who knows? It's not on the sheet.
Well, the end of the first quarter, it is live coverage of Central Hardin football on HCEC-TV and ESPN Radio 106.1. West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple, has 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point, or find us online at westpointbank.com. West Point Bank, working better together. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable's Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 184, all HCEC-TV programs on the HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. Watch From the Sidelines, a sports show featuring our student athletes and teams. Special thanks to our HCEC-TV crew. Also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact nfhs.com to subscribe today. So, Tony, we're switching ends, and in the red zone now, the Ravens here, big 3rd down, 3rd and 7, ball on the 19-yard line. Again, I think you're probably right. We've got 4 down territory.
4 down territory, and it looks like, kind of like we said at the beginning, both teams have seen spread a lot from practicing against it, and it seems like they're
effective,
somewhat prepared defensively for like seeing a spread. So not a lot of big surprises yet, but I mean, we have seen some of those Atherton players, if they get space, watch out.
So a tight slot there, 2 receivers to the left, but a short back there, wide open. Got it. Touchdown, Ravens. Good throw from quarterback number 14, Lamar Sistrunk.
Then we got the number
8, Adonis Lister. Is that who they said that was? I could not see all the way across the field the number on that fella. Or did you think it was 6? Did you think it was James
I'm
Allen
looking at
Briscoe?
Central.
6 is Raekwon Bradley. Could not see on the far side who that was.
It looked like the defensive back got caught doing peekaboo.
Staring in the backfield, not getting.
Yeah, he saw the quarterback on that rollout, and
he
kind of got caught tracking the quarterback instead of staying with his man.
So kicker 35, Bruce Leiston knocks it through, and it's a 7-0 lead here early in the second quarter. And you've got the Ravens of Atherton out in front. And again, we said that one of the things that can turn a game
is mistakes early on.
Exactly.
We had a really good series by the Bruins defense, pushing the back, making them cause mistakes, and then special teams, 3 phases of the game.
Well, it's interesting because, again, you know, I don't want to say too much here about Corday Matthews. Corday Matthews is probably the best athlete on this Central Hardin team. He's their most explosive wide receiver weapon. He's great at the cornerback position. We saw him in some really good coverage on one of the pass plays earlier. You know, and he's the guy. He's the kind of guy you want back deep. He'll be back deep on this kickoff return. You're looking to get him the ball because he can turn a play into a touchdown right away. However, I often didn't put my best guy back on punt return. I put my best hands back. The guy I knew I could count on to catch it every time. He may not break a touchdown, but you're going to have possession.
Yep.
And so, again, first, you know, he's fielding the first punt of the year, second punt of the year, and just short-armed it a little bit.
Yep.
Went off his fingertips. So, big mistake, and the Ravens of Atherton High School have a 7-0 lead. Good spot to kick that ball, and it's going to stop. They better get on it. The Ravens are going to get on the football. Look at that. That's a deep kick inside the 15 that no one feels. That, you know, to kick the ball from the 40 to the 15, the ball's in the air.
And
there's no reason to not go attack it and catch it.
You have to go attack. When you see the ball in the air, you go attack the ball.
Wow,
so
a second turnover.
Two big flubs
Absolutely.
coming from special team action. That's got to hurt.
It's 2 turnovers now in special teams. Again, especially special. You know, it's really funny. I had a conversation with one of the Bruin players today in the hallway at school and said, hey, you know, are you playing any special teams? Oh, yeah, but he was not happy or excited about it. I'm playing offense and defense. And listen, you got to have your best guys out there, and they've got to be locked in. Because you lose ball games on special teams. You can win them on special teams, too, which is what the Ravens are doing right now.
Going down 14 points because of special teams.
Good grief. And that's the kind of attitude that gets you beat, is not caring about that third phase of the ball game. And here we are. 7-0, 11:49 to go here.
Coach will be chewing the ears about attacking the ball.
Oh, my goodness. They just stood and watched that thing hit the ground. And there's Garyon Hobbs with it. Turn it. Boy, he was crushed on the sideline. Here comes a flag. You think that's a face mask? I don't know. Or is it a downfield hold? Yeah, holding call on one of the offensive linemen who had gotten upfield a little bit. Garyon Hobbs, nice run, but boy, they like you said, I really love the pursuit.
Yeah,
Central
they
Hardin getting to the
really
ball.
well the pursuit drills.
Yeah.
And if you don't understand what that is, that's where on defensive practice you work on almost like the kickoff, where you're creating lanes of pursuit to get to the runner to make sure there's no way for them to back cut it.
So
get away from
let me give you an example of bad pursuit, Tony. On the reverse that got called back, on the pursuit drill, the backside defensive end gets 3 yards deep in the backfield and trails the deepest man.
Yep.
Nobody was there. Yeah. Nobody was deep in the backfield looking for that. That's just pursuit drill. Again and again.
But he peekabooed downfield and got excited.
Yeah. All right, so it's going to be first down and 15 now after the penalty. Again, it was a downfield spot foul. Hobbs in motion. Duzai Grundy has a good run. Wow.
Oh, man.
Big first down. Did he get in? It was close. No, they've spotted him out, Tony, at about the 4. That's an 11-yard carry. So Grundy, their first big carry there. Somebody got knocked onto the track. They're going to tend to someone. Don't know even if it's a Bruin or if it's a
I cannot tell.
Raven. I believe it's one of the Ravens that's down. Again, guys were flying to the sideline. Either someone was tripped up or hit as they were headed to the sideline. There's no flag, so it's not a late hit out of bounds. But certainly when you've got that kind of momentum running that way, and it looks like they are. I saw one of their coaches running immediately across the field over here to the other side like they're trying to get to the ambulance guys. This may be some sort of serious situation. There's a lot of people around and people sprinting everywhere. That's never a good sign. So we've got some sort of injury on the far side here.
Yeah, I don't want to do kind of guess what's going on.
Right.
But I mean, it's serious enough that they're already bringing out.
Yeah, they've got the stretcher coming
out,
from the ambulance. Let's just take a break here. Tonight's broadcast of high school football is simulcast on HCEC-TV and ESPN Radio 106.1. This is an HCEC-TV student production division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto Scrap Metal Recycling, West Point Bank, and E-Town Exterminating. I want to thank our sponsors. They are going to continue to work there, but it looks like we're going to come back to action here. The work that they're doing is on the sideline. It looks like they're holding the head. Some sort of neck and head injury.
I mean, he was on the track.
You know what it is? It's not one of the players. Around the left end, a lot of Bruins there pursuing.
It looks like it was a
spectator.
It was a kid walking around the track.
It's a spectator, and a lot of guys came flying over there, and so that's what's happening over there. Well, it'll be a 2nd down and 3, so the Bruins were able to get the stop on that first attempt on 1st and goal. So 1-yard gain there.
Here we go.
Back to action if you're listening on ESPN 106.1 radio. Down to our right, the Ravens right on the goal line here. 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Under center now for the first time. And they're going to hand off to Grundy. Hitting the backfield. I don't know. Did he get there? So close.
Looks like he's short by maybe 1.
Yeah, right to the 1-yard line.
Not even 1. Probably like a football length away.
I'm going to say the 1. I believe it was number 8, Gage Gurgley, from his linebacker position, flying in, knifing in to make the hit in the backfield. So 3rd and goal from the 1 now. Grundy with a 2-yard carry here. They've got the big back, number 10. They've also got Garyon Hobbs in there. Oh, boy.
Like
it looks like a little tush-push kind of situation.
Oh,
fumble on the snap. At the very least, they're not going to score on this down.
I think the Bruins came up with it.
Did they? Come on now. That would be massive. They did. It's Aiden Peterson comes out of the pile with it. Are they pointing the other direction, or are they saying 4th down? Oh, my goodness. We came out of there with it.
It had to be.
And they're going to give the football back to the Ravens and say 4th down. It'll be 4th and 2. It's a loss of 1.
He wasn't down. He
Good
muffed the
grief.
He
muffed the
snap exchange.
And
was
again,
never in possession.
You've got a guy who's used to shotgun snap, Tony. He's under center there. 4th and goal from the 2. Aiden Peterson came up with that fumble. I don't understand that one. That one is a strange situation. His knee was down? I don't know. He never had the football. Are we going for a field goal here? So it's field goal kicker Bruce Leiston on the field, number 35, to attempt. Blocked!
Pick it up.
Corday Matthews comes through and blocks it. You got to pick those up, but yeah, it's going to be Central Hardin football blocked. I think Matthews, was it Matthews that blocked it?
Number 4
he
got
was
in
flying
there.
Through. Corday Matthews blocked field goal. Boy.
2 big plays back to back. Special teams.
I'm telling you. You know what? Maybe we should just not play offense or defense tonight and just have a bunch of special team plays and see who can actually make a special teams play.
We're going to have to wait a minute. Taking
the injured spectator
off the field. Hopefully he's going to be okay.
In high school football, can you advance that?
The fumble there, I believe, or the blocked field goal, I think that is one you can advance.
You can advance. You can scoop and go.
I believe that was an opportunity for a scoop and score. Corday Matthews was trying to get on the football. You can scoop and score there. So 9:34 to go here in the 2nd quarter. 7-0 Atherton Ravens with all the mistakes we've seen on both sides. Obviously, the Bruins making 2 big mistakes. They just dodged a major bullet right there.
Bullet. Well, I thought it was
the
fumble downs, but that blocked field goal.
And then the blocked field goal. So 2 big plays there. And again, mistakes. You could say mistakes by Atherton. The fumbled snap from the 1-yard line, and then the blocked field goal. So the Bruins will take over 1st and 10 at the 36. Caleb Irwin, and
offside.
he's going to get, number 99 jumps. So good job there by Caleb Irwin. I saw him on the hard count there, and That'll pick up 5, make it 1st and 5.
Yeah, the Ravens, they're shifting around on the D line.
Yeah.
And then a little antsy.
A little antsy, that's
ready,
right.
He was ready to get back there.
Ready to get after somebody. 1st and 5 now, up to the 42. Gurgley is in the, number 3 again. It's that Woo Sutton who's made all the big plays. Looks like going to change the play here. Still plenty of time on the play clock. Here it comes. They're going to give to Gurgley. He's going to have to, he loses a yard. He had to break a couple tackles to try to get to the line. Bringing the house. They're going to have to show they can throw the football. Not a completed pass yet. Not an attempted pass officially. They've called 2 pass plays that ended up in quarterback runs. So not an attempted pass. We expected with this spread look to see some throwing of the football, but not yet.
Yeah, they haven't got into any kind of zone coverage. It's all been man.
This is a zone look here, though, for sure. I believe this is a zone look. Again, inside zone read. Irwin trying to run. He's going to get a yard back, but just it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5. So they got the penalty to make it 1st and 5, but 2 plays, no yards.
No yards. Lost 1, returned 1. Yardage, I can put that down for that one. 1-0.
8:23 and counting here in the 2nd quarter. 7-0 Atherton.
You would assume they're passing on this play.
They've got the black helmets and the gold. They kind of look like the Ravens a little bit, a little Baltimore Ravens-ish. Trips formation to the left. May want to run it. I don't know what they're going to do here, but he's going to throw the football. We've got a man out in the flat. My goodness. Huge play. Guess who? Number 3, Woo Sutton, is just killing them.
It's the It's the blitz. They're going to need to keep a running back there to pick up the blitzer. If they want to get the pass off.
Yeah, 12-yard loss on the pass play. I didn't see anybody breaking open. They had an out route. They had a couple of go routes on the outside. They were trying to throw a little 4-yard out route to the inside slot receiver of the Trips. But not the time to do it. He was covered, and boy, Woo Sutton all over people. Man, the little guy is dominating this game. Now there's one. He's trying to kick out of bounds. It got down the middle of the field. Danger, Will Robinson. And there goes Jason Briscoe. And there's a flag. Maybe they'll get a few yards back, but exactly what Coach did not want, which is kicking it to the deep man, which ended up in actually, they lost yardage on that situation. Now we'll see what the flag is. It is going to be a hold on the Atherton Ravens. So they'll gain a few yards off the punt.
Penalty is holding against Atherton.
I believe that's the 4th penalty called on Atherton. They are a little bit, they're making some of those mistakes we've talked about. I cannot recall a penalty on the Bruins yet. But here we are with great field position again for a 3rd time in a row. Okay, 3rd time in a row.
I think the Bruins are really hoping to get a turnover here. It would be huge before the half.
So 7:02 to go. Yeah.
They've done well on defense.
The defense has really played well.
A few plays where they missed some tackles.
So at the 38 of the Bruins, the Ravens back on the field. Is this De'Ara Smith at quarterback? It may be number 11, the junior. He is on the field here. And there's Garyon Hobbs with it. Gurgley's going to make that. Here comes another flag.
A flag on number 66.
About a 5 or 6 yard gain, but it's coming back.
He just chopped the legs out.
Yeah, anything going wide, they cannot block without holding or chopping or doing something that's going to draw a penalty. That's their 5th penalty of this first half. Good run from Garyon Hobbs. I'm really interested now to see De'Ara Smith in the ball game. Again, he saw a lot of action last year. Sistrunk did not.
Like Braden Perry was trying to get an angle on him, and he got chopped out from underneath him.
Is that what the call was?
The ball was placed at the Central Hardin
So now they're back to the Central Hardin 48. First down and 20 to go. 6:50 to go here. Again, both teams are their own worst enemy at this point in the ball game. Not a lot going right. Looks like a quarters coverage look from the Bruins to take away the deep ball. Smith out of the pocket on the bootleg, being chased by Council. He's going to have to tuck it and go. Knocked out of bounds by Gurgley at about the 44. 4-yard gain?
4-yard gain on it. Good coverage by the Bruins there.
Excellent. Nowhere to go with the football.
That time they were better. They made sure to keep track of their receiver.
Yeah. Whether you're in a zone or man, you've got to, even if you're in a zone, you have to know where the receivers are in your zone. You can't cover grass. Give inside. Probably Duzai Grundy. Wow, just running over people. Wow.
Do some more of that if I was them.
That's 10, Duzai Grundy, and that's a big, about 11-yard gain. 11-yard gain for Grundy. And now a big, well, 3rd down and 4. 3rd and 4. Raekwon Bradley checking in late. They didn't have anybody over there on the far wide receiver. A give inside. I think they're thinking they're in 4-down territory, and they're going to get 3 and bring up 4th down and 1. So what a big play and a big call for both teams.
Let's see if they go for a tush push again this time.
I bet they don't go under center. I bet they give the ball to Grundy if they have any sense. De'Ara Smith, obviously a more experienced quarterback on the field, so they could go there. They don't have Grundy on the field. They've got Garyon Hobbs in the backfield.
Yeah, timeout.
And something's going on here. The official did not like what was happening. Yeah, why does it say 1st down? And why are we? Is it a 1st down? 1st and 10. We need to move the chains. Okay, well, I thought they'd come up a yard short. They did not, obviously. Grundy got 4 yards on that play. And they will move the chains. 1st and 10 at the 28.
A little miscommunication right there.
Garyon Hobbs in the backfield here on 1st and 10. Play action. They're going to go screen.
Whoa.
Oh, beautiful
Fumble.
play. No, I think he never had it. Yeah, never had it. Smashed.
They read that screen hard.
I believe that was Corday Matthews flying up to hit number 8.
I love that when that happens.
I believe that was 8. Going to have to get 8 on the list here because I believe he's the one that scored the touchdown. He got smoked on that one. So good throw. I mean, just read and played perfectly.
Well.
Yes. Read and played perfectly. 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. They've thrown the ball 6 times and they have 2 completions on those. So not a lot of success in the passing game.
5 minutes left in the quarter. Before half.
2 receivers to each side. Looking down the field there. Oh. Just slightly overthrown. Number 5, that's Briscoe again. Jason Briscoe had gotten down the middle past safety.
Which shouldn't be happening.
No, I think that was number 21, Tony Hinton.
But you cannot let anybody get behind you.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 from the 28. Again, another incomplete pass.
And I'm assuming this is all 4-down territory. I don't think the kid has a leg to
No, not from here, I don't think.
Kick here, so they got to do.
Especially if they just got one block. Grundy back in.
If they can get a sack here, that would be amazing.
Hobbs out wide. They're going to throw a quick hitch. They're going to get the 1st down. I mean, it's so simple, Tony. Just 6 yards.
He was playing off of him.
Raekwon Bradley in coverage.
I tell him just run 6 and turn around.
12-yard gain there. Again, I think you're seeing a little bit better delivery of the ball from De'Ara Smith.
Drop pass.
That's the 2nd drop we've seen from this receiving core tonight. I believe that's 82, Corey Jackson. Or maybe it's 88, Amari Griffin. I'm trying to see the number on the back there. 88, it is 88. It is Amari Griffin. So he had just a little flat route there out to the right. Hit on the chest. Smith made a good throw again. nothing to show for it.
Blake Hockman there almost had a knockdown pass as well.
2nd and 10 now, ball at the 17-yard line. Motion. They're going to give it to Grundy straight ahead, and good defense that time. Oh, fumble. Ball's loose. Ball is loose. And it's Carson Lamoth with the football. Wow, another turnover here. Wow.
And this is where I take a shot.
Yeah.
Everybody shifting over, switching sides.
A second fumble, though, Tony, and then there's a blocked field goal. So we're seeing all these early season mistakes. By the way, the sun is now almost down. It's beautiful out. I mean, it
feels good.
It's cooling down.
You have the door open and a slight breeze. Feels like it's late fall.
Pretty nice out here. 4:34 to go. You're starting at your own 15. Not sure how aggressive coach will want to be with 4.5 to go. Down 7-0 here. Nothing really going for you, but goodness, you've got to get out of your own end and not give it back to the other team immediately. Irwin's going to give. Outside zone to the left, tried to cut it back, couldn't get anything. I believe it's Oakley Strader this time. They've got Gurgley out. Strader's going to lose a yard, I believe, from the 16 back to the 15. Now they're going to leave it at the 16, so no gain.
No gain. Stop progress at the line.
Again, it's a 3-man front, but those backers are super active. They're getting there in a hurry, and the offensive linemen aren't able to pick up those backers sometimes. Quick screen to Corday Matthews, and he's smoked immediately. Incomplete pass.
There's something bad about throwing screens when other teams running man. I mean, their eyes are on the receiver. They're going to tell they're just turning for a screen kick. So,
again, that's Zero, the corner that we've been told is a D1 prospect, and he kind of looked like it just then. Yeah, he's a big kid. He's about 6'2" or 6'3", and he was there in a flash. He was hitting Corday before the ball hit Corday. So tough
going
spot. Yeah, you got to get the block on that kid. You've got to block him. Of course, there's an outside backer right there as well. They are really spreading it out. It's 3rd and 10 here. The defense is wide. You could run a draw play maybe, but Caleb Irvin's going to step up. He's wanting to run it. He's not going to pick up first down doing that.
He's not going to pick up much on that.
May have got 2 or 3.
It's more like 2 on that.
3 and out. 2-yard gain for Caleb Irwin. Again, this is very similar to last season. There are just a lot of situations where Caleb doesn't want to pull the trigger, and it could be good that he's not pulling the trigger because I'm not seeing a whole lot of receivers open.
Was there. I mean,
yeah, there's not a lot of guys there. Hopefully you can get a guy making a cut and throw the ball on time and fit one in. But
and they're keeping that DN outside backer on the defense. He's almost setting the edge and watching the running back. He's not coming straight in hard. He's just kind of like floating and waiting.
This is Cooper Kinsey this time. They've gone to a 3rd punter here, and it's going to be fielded by Briscoe again. Good tackle by number 21 there. 21 is Tony Hinton for the Bruins. So Jason Briscoe is dangerous back there, isn't he? Whew. Scary to kick him the ball.
We're getting close to that time.
2:57 to go in the half, and again,
I guess they have one more timeout.
33-yard line, Tony.
So they got 3 minutes and 1 timeout.
Well, but I'm just talking about field position.
Yeah, field position.
They've been inside the 35 the last 4 possessions, and they've only got 7 right now. So in 3 possessions starting inside the Bruin 35, they've got 1 touchdown. The Bruins are going to have to pull off some wizardry again here to get a stop. It's you can't keep playing this game. Grundy with it. No, yeah, it's Grundy with it. And stutter steps down the sideline. Oh, they said he stepped out. Wow. Looked like 6 points. He stuttered in the backfield. He looked like Franco Harris from the Pittsburgh Steelers, where he just kind of stopped,
waited for the block to shift, and then took off. And he found the space. Big carry there from the 33 down to the 15. So an 18-yard run from Duzai Grundy there. Oh, we have lights now.
Yeah.
Let there be light.
And there was. 2:47 to go. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Deep motion there from the back. They're going to give to Grundy again. And I'm telling you, they are – listen, it's not that they're just beating, although big number 79 made a big block there on 52 on Braden Perry, but it's not that they're beating us up front. It's that they got us so spread out. There was nobody there. And are they calling that a first down, first and goal on the 5? Yep, first and goal, so a 10-yard gain there from Grundy. So he's got runs of timeout Central Hardin. They're going to take a minute to check this out. This is live coverage of Central Hardin football on HCEC-TV and ESPN Radio 106.1. This is Hardin County Education and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools, live streaming Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunications needs, featuring Bark, protect what matters most. BBTEL Stream, watch TV with your BBTEL app. BBTEL Secure, a safer home awaits. BBTEL Blast, make the most of your Wi-Fi. Visit bbtel.com today. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Bardstown, Brandenburg, and South Louisville. For more information, go online at physicaltherapyky.com. We're getting ready for the big halftime celebration of the first Central Hardin football season. But there's some business right now, Tony.
There's some business that Bruins need to stop this. You don't want to go down 2 scores at the half and then be kicking off to the other team.
It's looking a little inevitable. First and goal from the 5. They've gotten several stops, so they're not without opportunity.
They stopped them last time.
But the last 4 runs by Duzai Grundy are 11 yards, 4 yards, 18, and 10. They're starting to run the football effectively, which they weren't doing earlier in the half. Grundy's got it outside zone, and he has got an opportunity. Oh, ball's on the ground. Fumble. It looks like one of the offensive linemen has jumped on it. And that's going to be a touchdown. Did they give him a touchdown? Nobody's signaling anything. What are we doing here? Somebody raise your hands. Somebody raise your hands to signal something. They still haven't signaled anything. What are we doing?
What is going on?
So Duzai Grundy runs around the left end on an outside zone, fumbles into the end zone, and I believe it was 72, which is Braden Nelson, the junior, dove on it.
Are they saying Central was on the ball?
What is happening? No signal still from this officiating crew. And now they're talking to the Atherton Ravens. What is happening here? Can you not fumble forward maybe to have a touchdown?
Did he cross the plane before he fumbled it?
Well, if he did, they just put their hands up.
Or are they just going to be fumbled? Even if he fumbled and they were the ones who recovered, it's going to be a touchdown for them.
Finally, a signal. Looks like guys are still talking, however, which is interesting. Going to change their minds? I'm just watching this conversation, folks. They're still having a conversation.
Maybe they're explaining to the other referee how that works.
What's going on and what the call is. That's possible. It's possible that they're kind of having a teachable moment to make sure everybody's on the same page. All right. A fumble recovered in the end zone by the offensive lineman is a touchdown. Big play by the Bruins to cause a fumble again, but this time not fortunate enough to have somebody there to jump on it. Good play there. Got Leaston back in to try the extra point.
That's no good.
He's got it. It snuck in low on the right side. So Bruce Leaston knocks that through, and with 2:12 to go in the half, it's 14-0 Atherton Ravens. And again, the Bruins have got to find a way to move the football a little bit here and get out of their own end.
A couple of times they ran it decently, but then since then it's been next to nothing.
Yeah, their last rushes have not been successful. They had a few good plays. A lot of their good plays have been straight down the middle of the defense, not around the outside. Last year, if you recall,
they got the edges covered.
Yeah, last year, if you recall, they were really good and under Mattingly. So under Mattingly and last year even, they'd run the jet sweep very effectively. But they're not getting anything outside right now. They might just have to go straight down the heart of this defense to have a prayer. of running the football.
A lot of times with the jet sweep too, it's getting to that edge. But if you have athletes covering the edge that are just as fast or faster, it's harder to get that jet sweep off.
Yeah. Yep. Well, 2:12 to go.
Right, special teams, let's go.
Yeah.
Make this happen this time. I'm very nervous about this.
It'll be 35. Bruce least
in kicking.
I think
would bring the back line up.
Well, yeah, because
they're I think they're too far back. I think they need to move the second and the back line both up.
Yeah, the second line being on the 20 is not helping anything, and I don't think this kid could get it to the 10 if he kicked it as hard as he could. There it is. Let's see if they attack the football. We do. Raekwon Bradley's got it in there, going to stop the play. Somebody may have been offsides.
False start.
So offsides on the kickoff team. Another penalty there. 6th penalty.
Hey, but he caught the punt. Or the kickoff,
sorry. The kickoff, yeah. That was Raekwon that time. Raekwon Bradley, number 6, was able to field the kick.
Now slide up.
Absolutely. It's still standing on the 10, Tony, and they're going back 5 yards. There we go. Yeah, everybody's calm on the sideline. That's kind of good. I think you know how I would have been reacting at that point. I've been jumping up and down and yelling, move up.
Move up.
We noted to someone earlier today how calm I was on the sidelines coaching.
Incremental times.
Very calm. with bouts of insanity. It'll drive you crazy sometimes. Again, I'm surprised they're kicking it deep, but again, it's Raekwon Bradley, Corday Matthews back, 6 and 4. They're going to Bradley. He's going to field that one as well at the 15. Looking to try to find some space inside. Not a bad return up to the 27.
Nobody blocking that gunner on that far side. I mean, you got to block. That's the guy you block.
A few guys running free down the field, Adam, so there's a little bit of space, but could have been more if we'd have picked up one more defender. 2:05 to go in the first half, in this second quarter here.
And they're going to want to get this ball downfield. You can't get the ball back again in short field position. So let's
you can't. I mean,
let's go down the field.
You got to do something to move the football. First downs. I don't think there have been but maybe 2 first downs for this Bruin offense. We're going to look at the stats at the half, but not fantastic, that's for sure. It's straight man cover. They're not going to show any respect. They're going to bring the heat, show any respect to this Bruin offense, and time's out. So there's a flag for delay of game. I think the first flag on the Bruins, but they just didn't do anything. It looked like they were maybe going to change a play, but nothing happened.
I think they're trying to see where the blitz was coming from, and took a little too long on that.
You still only have 4 guys rushing when there's a blitzer. I mean, because they got 3 down linemen, with 5 offensive linemen and a back. You think you could pick up 4. Going to trips to the right side now. Irwin is a left-hander. Good run. There's Gurgley getting a bunch of it back. Is that Gurgley or a straighter?
Gurgley on it.
Gage Gurgley, number 8, picks up 10 yards on the carry. So again, every now and again they're hitting some good runs.
Well, that time
Gurgley
they did a good job picking up number 3 for the Ravens and keeping from making a play there.
Sprint out now. Gurgley, good job protecting, trying to go deep, but that's well underthrown. That could have been intercepted, but the 2 defenders ran into each other. You can't throw late down the field like that.
And to overtop underneath coverage.
Yeah. When he released that, I mean, even if you're one-on-one and you want to just heave one up and let's see if Corday can go out and jump the kid, you got to do it when he's about 25 yards downfield, because by the time the ball gets there, he's 35 or 40. If he's 40 yards downfield already, it's too late. I mean, you're just pitching it up to anybody who wants to try to go catch it.
He's not Dan Marino.
No, he is not.
He's slinging a bullet across the field.
Not quite going to get it there. There's only a couple people that can get it there doing that. Not a lot. Screen out to the right.
Ooh,
On 3rd and
some
5.
space.
They're going to pick it up, so that's
And
good.
get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a first down. It'll stop for a minute. So about a 7-yard completion there. First completion of the game. 1 of 3 passing right now for the Bruins. They've called other passing plays. I think 3 others where Irwin decided to run the football. Again, a lot of pressure on those and maybe not open receivers. There's an open receiver. Good throw and catch. Just a few yards, maybe 3 or 4 to Raekwon Bradley. We're going to give him 4 yards. Timeout call by the Bruins. Tonight's broadcast of high school football simulcast on HCEC-TV and ESPN Radio 106.1. This is an HCEC-TV student production, Division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, West Point Bank, and E-Town Exterminating. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable's Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 184. All HCEC-TV programs on the HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. Watch from the sidelines, a sports show featuring our student athletes and teams. So with 1 minute to go here, the Bruins have a first down. They have a couple of completed passes here. Hoping to.
They got a minute left. I'm not sure if they can get down the field that quick.
Yeah, I don't know, and we don't know what kind of field goal kicker they have. They've had Micah Chenault the last several years who could kick from 40, 45, maybe even 50. But
right now listed as Connor Brown.
Connor Brown is one of 2 kickers listed. Not sure who has the starting duties. We haven't seen a kick yet, off or extra point or field goal. Back to action here. 2nd and a long 5, probably 6. It was a 4-yard pass play. 2nd and 6. Looking up the sideline, intercepted. He caught that inbounds. Corday gave up on that one, so I don't know.
He got pushed out of bounds.
He did. Zero was playing corner and did exactly what he's supposed to do and ride the receiver out of bounds. He just closed off the area, and the receiver gave up on the play. Now I gotta say again, that's a late throw. It's a late throw. The ball is
a good idea to throw it there either because he had the safety over top.
He did.
And he had a man
corner under, safety over. But there is a spot in there that the safety's going to have a hard time getting to that's at about 18 yards. And if you throw it 25 or 30, the safety's going to get there. So if you're going to throw a fade route like that, you've got to shoot it over there on the sideline, not hang it up down the field. So an interception there, is that a third turnover? A third turnover on the Bruins. 1 INT there.
Like
back throw. De'Ara Smith got him open. Wow. Behind Caleb Wilson there, and it's going to be 6 points. Is that number 8 again?
Yes.
Good land. He was not on our radar, and that guy's.
Is that Michaela Hale? Nope. What is number 8?
Well, they just announced on the PA number 9, David Jones, but I don't think that was 9. I think that was 8 again.
I don't have a name for number 8.
And we're gonna get his name for the second half. But there's De'Ara Smith again. He didn't play for a lot of that first quarter. They had the younger quarterback Lamar Sistrunk in, and as soon as De'Ara Smith has come in the ballgame, they're putting some points on the board here. I think that's probably their correct move. I'm a little surprised that didn't happen previously. But it's a 20-0 ball game, and here comes Bruce Leiston back on the field for the extra point. Again, we talked about pregame. You can't let people get behind you against this offense. This is they've got under a minute to go. They're obviously going to take a shot at some point. That ball was
even to try to just get
easily
into field goal range.
Yeah, extra point is good. The only thing they've had blocked was that field goal attempt. The extra points, they are 3 for 3, and it's 21-0 with 43 seconds to go here in the first half. And what was super competitive, and I still don't feel like it's been one-sided at all, is now a little bit of a blowout.
one big play on offense.
Yeah.
The other one was really like earned, kind of go down the field score, and the first one was from a turnover. So I feel like the defense was holding their own for quite a while with the Bruins, but
well, they have played well.
When you have a spread offense and you can get one over top,
yeah,
that is what happens.
65-yard touchdown. He's got 2 catches for. Sorry, let's see here. Yeah, he's got 2 catches for 77 yards and an 8-yard rushing touchdown as well, number 8. Again, Matthews and Bradley back deep. Lyston's going to kick.
I really need to seal out that gunner.
Kick is away. They're targeting Bradley. Bradley's going to try to get up the middle there, man.
Oh, he got past him. That's
nice move, because there was not a person blocked.
No, that whole far side from us is there's like 2 or 3 guys just coming in there with no one touched him, just letting him run right by him.
Great play by Bradley to make one man miss, get outside, and have a good return out to the 37. 33 seconds to go, 1st and 10.
He brings the ball to the 37-yard line. The Bruins will start their drive on the Planet Fitness. Bruin, first down.
Two wide receivers to each side. I believe it's Gurgley in the backfield with Irwin.
We got timeout by the Bruins.
Huh, okay. Timeout here. Tonight's broadcast of high school football is simulcast on HCEC-TV and ESPN Radio 106.1. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling is a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located off the I-65 exit 91 on 311 Steel Drive in Elizabethtown. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping, metal, and recycling. Well, we're about back to action here, Tony, and they just needed a quick reset. It looks like Coach Gregory wanted to talk to Caleb Irwin, give him some instructions here with 33 seconds to go. Again, it's turned really badly in the last 4 or 5 minutes here. Down just 7-0. They've given up a couple of bad scores.
Oh,
goodness gracious.
Nobody blocked. He just came right up the middle.
Trying to run that inside zone option. That was a blitz. Oh, no, that isn't number 4. That's 34, I believe.
34.
Decory
Walker.
Yeah, Walker in there to make the play from his defensive end spot. Yeah, not touched. And a 5-yard loss there for Gurgley. Looks like
that's going to be the end of the half.
So that is the half, and the visitors, the Atherton Ravens, up 21-0. A very frustrated Central Hardin Bruins squad will go back into the locker room and try to figure out what they can do to get back in this ball game. Again, it's live coverage of Central Hardin football on HCEC-TV and ESPN Radio 106.1. Paul Gray and Tony Menendez here. We'll be back after halftime with stats from the first half and second half action.
Welcome back to From the Sidelines. Today we're on our soccer preview, joined by Coach Josh Stevens at North Hardin. And Coach, you graduated 3 seniors last year that had a key part in the year. Yep. You're having to replace some, but you bring back quite a bit too.
Yes, sir.
First player I'm going to ask you about is Landon Harrell, your keeper. And kind of
Halftime celebration, please meet at the Abound Credit Union logo. on the field in the end zone.
We got the thing on. It looks on. Good.
Yes.
Jake. Look, somebody wants to talk to you.
I need to send some food up here.
What up? Go.
Dusty old or Dusty dirty?
Ladies and gentlemen, 35 years ago, the Central Hardin High School, the first Central Hardin High School football team took the field. At this time, we are proud to recognize members of the Central Hardin High School, the very first football team, the very first cheer squad, and the very first marching band, the Trailblazers of Bruin Nation 35 years ago. The football team being led onto the field by head coach Mike Lewis. Assistant coaches Bobby Lewis, Greg Cavanaugh, Brian Todd, Todd Hayden, Greg Chuck, Pat Chitwood, and the late Colonel Dallas Holcomb made history in the fall of 1990 with a 7-4 record that year. Coach Lewis's rallying cries of stick on defense and pump on offense still echo on Bruin Field today. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Coach Lewis and his first band of Bruins. Now please welcome the first cheer team. Led by coaches Cindy Vermillion, Pam Johnson, and sparks Bruin pride and prep rallies and games, setting the tone for generations of spirit to come. The marching Bruins were directed by Mr. Alan Couch, brought energy and excellence to the field, parades, and competition, earning multiple honors and placing 9th at the KMEA State Marching Band Contest in their inaugural year. Please join me in celebrating these legendary first Bruins who set the standard of excellence for all who follow. Congratulations, class of 1990 and your coaches.
Welcome to the field, our Central Hardin High School marching band. The band is being led onto the field by drum majors Etta Krebs and Zoe Maddox. The marching band is under the direction of David Centers with assistance from Noah Centers, Vanessa Lee, Matthew Robinson, and Caleb Trent. The Central Hardin band will be performing the opening portion of their 2025 competition show titled Where the Wind Blows, featuring oboe soloist Zoe Maddox. This year's marching band will be competing in mid-states and KMEA competitions this fall. Their first competition will be at South Oldham High School on September 13th. Please welcome to the Central Hardin High School marching bands.
We are here with one of our long-standing sponsors for our live sports coverage. We're at Waddell's Recycling, Salvage. They do a number of different things, so I'm just going to call it Waddell's. And joining me today is Colby Gibson, who of course has been working here the majority of your married life?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. 14 years.
14 years, so that's an easy way to remember your anniversary.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Tell me about the history that you know with Waddell's.
So it started with my father-in-law years and years ago. He's done a number of different things, but he's been in the scrap business most of his life. It's something he's always enjoyed. So, and it's just progressed into a bigger and bigger operation over the years. So, and it started out with him, and then his two sons, Kalen and Brandon, both helping out at a very, very young age. And then I came on board about 14 years ago.
What type of service is your top service?
So we do a little bit of everything. We will take anybody from a Kroger bag of cans up to somebody that had a whole semi-trailer full of cans. We try to treat everybody the same. We just try to provide the same good service to everybody we can, whether you're just a little bitty guy scrapping a little bit of metal or you have a large demolition project with tons and tons and tons of steel. So.
Awesome. We're going to get a tour and see some of the tools that they use in order to do their job. How large is the layout?
So this facility here is 40 acres, and it's laid out. When you pull in the parking lot, you'll come in and the scales are right here. We've got red lights, green lights to tell you when to pull on and off the scales. The girls in the office will weigh you, and then you just go to the back with your steel. All the steel gets unloaded in the back and you weigh back out. And then we have our non-ferrous building, which is to the right when you pull in. All your stuff like your copper, your brass, your aluminum, your Coke cans, all that type of stuff goes in this building and gets segregated separately.
And then you recycle that,
yes.
Is that it?
Yep, so we will take it, we will process it, get it ready for the mill, a shredder, wherever it's going for its final destination to get melted back down and turned back into a new product.
Yeah, we're putting that in there, so how much is that?
That's 1,120 pounds.
And how many cans?
Around 35,000.
35,000.
Because when I Google it, it says it takes 32 cans to make a pound. That'll go to a place, those will probably go to a place and they will get stuck straight in an injection furnace and they'll get made back into new cans.
So Colby, to me this looks like it's always busy.
Yes.
So explain to me, what is this?
So that is that's a Genesis stick shear. It's used mainly to downsize large scrap. You can cut up, dozers with it, school buses, just any type of big heavy iron. We use that to prepare it either down to mill spec, or we've got another shear on the pad back here that will prepare it small enough to go into it.
And then the claw.
There's several of the claws, as everybody likes the claws, watching them work, and the magnets as well. They're just used to unload people's scrap, load trucks out, process scrap. it makes life easy for us. So we have a lot of those machines around here. It just makes it easier for us and makes it easier to unload customers, because that's kind of what it's about too. You know, the easier people get in and out, the better off they are and the more they like it. So
now the magnet, does it only pick up metal, or does it pick up other types of?
It will only pick up magnetic steel.
Okay.
So any type of brass, copper, aluminum, it will not pick up. But it makes it super nice for small pieces of steel that you would have to pick up piece by piece with your hand. It'll pick up several thousand pounds at one time and just make, you know, hours of work in a minute. So here we've got 3 magnets, and we've got 4 machines with grapples, and then we've also got 4 wheel loaders. Those are used a lot to unload cars off customers, junk cars, and then crush them in the car crusher, stuff like that. So there's a lot of moving pieces going around here all day long.
Now, we walk back here. Not everybody gets to walk back here, but it looks like you have part of our bus garage.
Yeah, so we buy a little bit of everything. We buy semi-trucks and cut them up. We buy school buses and cut them up. Just anything that's at the end of the life span for it, you know, it comes here to get recycled and then turned back into new steel.
How many days a week are you open?
We're open Monday through Friday, 7 to 4, and then Saturday from 7 to 1.
Now, we had talked before about some new things that you offer,
Yep.
right? In terms of dropping off and picking up?
So we have a whole lot of roll-off boxes. Dumpster service has gotten super popular. It's easy to take a 22-foot long dumpster and put all your scrap in it, and then we come pick it back up, weigh it in, pay you for it. And it's kind of on the, you know, like we talked about up front, you can do it with smaller stuff, you know, help out individuals clean out a barn, or we can go up to a big tear down at a factory, or just, you know, general scrap that rotates all the time from a factory. So a little bit of everybody.
Now, we're saying scrap, not trash.
Yes, yep. So we are into recycling any type of metal. We don't do any paper, plastics, cardboard, any of that stuff. That would be a whole nother realm of things to get into, and it would take a whole lot more people.
Now, another thing is you do pick apart.
Yep. So we save some cars that we think still have some parts left on that may be valuable, or say it's an older car that they're not going to make that car again. We may only sell one part off of it, and it may sit here a year, but that right guy comes along and gets it, and, you know, we hate seeing it get crushed if it's still got a little bit of, you know, usable stuff left in it. So we can pull it, they can pull it, we can price it either way.
You all are such good stewards and sponsors of our schools, area schools. Why is that important to you?
Well, I mean, we're rooted in this community. This is where we're from. We live here. Our kids go here. You know, we've got family that works there and stuff, so it's just a big part to us. You know, we like to give to people whenever we can, and then the schools is just a really helpful place to do that in.
What do you think people would be most surprised about this facility? So
our number one thing is cleanliness. A junkyard or scrapyard typically has a reputation for being nasty, flat tires, just not well kept. We try everything we can to keep this place really clean, keep everything picked up, and that's the number one thing a lot of people say have never been here is, wow, it's clean. You know, I wasn't surprised, you know, I wasn't expecting to see this, so.
Yeah, and it's not the landfill.
No,
Okay.
No, it's all scrap. All the customers unload on the concrete pad back here in the back. It stays blowed off, swept off. We just try to, it's hard, but we try to keep it as clean as we can just to make it simple, like we talked about. People come in here, get unloaded, and get back out, you know, and get their money.
Now, do you pick up cars?
Yes, yep, we do have a rollback. You just call the office and tell them, hey, I've got a junk car that's no longer good to me, or it's at the end of its life. And yeah, we can send our rollback out to pick it up gladly. So, and then you'll still get paid for it, so.
That's awesome. Well, Kobe, I want to thank you
for
having me here today and showing me around. And we did talk about your location.
Yes.
And sometimes people may be confused with where you're located.
Yes.
So let's explain that again.
So we're right off exit 91, about a mile off exit 91. It's 311 Steel Drive is the address. We're right next door to Doug's Towing and Recovery. They've been there a long time, pretty easy to find as well. If they ever have any questions, they can call us at 270-982-7206, and we'll be glad to give them directions how to get here. We're kind of at the dead end of this street almost, so it's kind of, you know, we're not on the main road, but we should be pretty easy to find for everyone.
Okay, well, thank you again, Kobe.
All right, no problem. Thank you all.
Thanks for the sponsorship, and we're going to get back to some of those exciting games.
well, Atherton, we talked about the mistakes and what kind of impact that might have on the ball game. Talk a little bit about the mistakes and what that's meant to this ball game, Tony.
Well, I think the biggest thing was, we really had a competitive, defensive game going there all the way up to, the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. It felt like it was, could go either way. And then special teams, two huge special team muffs really killed it. And it was pretty much back-to-back scenarios, a muffed punt that was recovered and then a kickoff that was dropped. And bam, bam, 14 points. What do you do?
Well, so, yeah, there have been mistakes on the other side as well, or it could be 35-0 with some of the mistakes that the Bruins have made. And there have been a couple turnovers on the other side as well. Again, the interception thrown by Irwin also, another turnover, so 3 turnovers for the Bruins. A couple turnovers on the other side. Well, a blocked field goal and a fumble. Another fumble that was recovered for a touchdown.
And that was probably the most disappointing one. They got him to 20 points. It should have been really a touchback. If a Bruin could have got on that ball, and, they were going in 14-0, which is more manageable, but Atherton's getting ready to get the ball back right here at the start of the half, so that's rough business.
Well, let's talk some statistics here. Coach Gregory's first coaching debut here at Central Hardin. I'm sure not going the way he had hoped it would go. So far, 32 total yards for the Bruins here in this half. 8 carries for 0 yards for Caleb Irwin. Of course, one of those is a 12-yard sack. He did have a couple of good positive runs. 2 for 5 passing for 11 yards, 1 interception. Gage Gergley, 6 carries for 21 yards. 1 carry for Oakley Strader for 0 yards. Again, Raekwon Bradley had one of those catches, and Gergley had the other catch. On the other side, 155 total yards. It really picked up in the second half after the turnovers by the Bruins. However, it also turned around as De'Ara Smith came back in the lineup. I'm a little surprised they went to the younger quarterback.
Yeah, they went to the younger quarterback and then brought De'Ara Smith. It seemed like they were settling down. You never know. Maybe there was some kind of school issue.
I don't know.
Where he couldn't start right from the beginning.
Smith was 2 for 6 for 77 yards and a touchdown pass. Lamar Sistrunk, 2 for 4 for 12 yards. Rushing the football, 11 carries for Duzai Grundy for 66 yards. So they had some success running the football with Grundy. Smith throwing a couple of good completions. Again, the defense, other than the 65-yard touchdown pass, has been pretty solid. You'd love to see them maybe even stop Grundy on a few of those. He had 2 carries of 11 yards, 1 of 10 and 1 of 18. So there's 4 carries that are a little longer than you'd love. But other than that,
Grundy's
one big offensive play, and that's it.
Yeah, really, and the 2 times they were scored on earlier, the defense was in a bad spot.
Oh, they've been in a bad spot all day. All night.
The 2 scores they were pretty much in the red zone, just outside of it both times. So, that's tough to ask the defense to do.
So we're about to come back to action here. As you mentioned, Tony, it's going to be Atherton Ravens football. And the Central Hardin Bruin defense, hopefully they can make some kind of adjustments. They played well, but we're losing some momentum late in that half. I think some adjustments on the Atherton sideline and the ability to run the football a little more effectively. And again, De'Ara Smith throwing some accurate passes has really made a difference out there also.
And right now, hopefully at the half, the coach of the Bruins spoke to them, especially safeties, about the idea you cannot let them get behind you.
Well, it's Coach Eric Lynch is the defensive coordinator who I've coached with in the past. He's been a long-time coach, and I know he, again, it's been a good defensive first half. They gave up 165-yard touchdown throw. Other than that, they've given up under 100 yards. It's been, they've just been, the other team's been in the red zone for about a third of the first half. They were inside our end. So that is not on the defense or the defensive coaching staff at that point. Certainly, I'm sure they had something to say about letting number 8, who we do know he is now, Adonis Lister, who's got 2 touchdowns, a touchdown run of 8 yards and a 65-yard touchdown catch. Not letting him get behind you. especially in that circumstance, under
Back deep for the Ravens.
a minute. The other team on about their own 35-yard line, they're going to throw the ball and they're going to test you, and obviously not quite ready for that situation. So not understanding situation, not understanding what you have in front of you there, probably not even understanding your coverage, because your coverage, I believe, was quarters coverage. They had 4 guys supposed to be back deep, and that did not work out that way.
Oh.
Trying to get an onside kick, well caught there. That was number 40 kicking.
Good job catching it. I mean,
yeah,
I thought he was going to muff that catch there for a second.
Tough one. Who was? I think it was number 2.
Number 2
for Atherton, Quishon
Baines.
He was the one that punted earlier as well. So a really nice play there. They'll kick great field position.
Well, I mean, I don't think they want to kick it deep anyway.
They didn't want to kick it deep. But you can kick it 20, 30 yards to the second row or the third row where it's not the fastest man on the field. But you've got it at the 48. Atherton Ravens to start. This is their worst starting position for a while, actually. I mean, they did have that 65-yard touchdown pass, but they've had a lot of good field position here. And back to number 14 at quarterback. Bootleg. 2 receivers holding hands almost. That's terrible route running. But
they both got underneath the defensive players.
Both open.
Both open underneath. Maybe one was supposed to be the lead blocker for an extended handoff.
17, Cadence Baines, and the reception is for about 14 yards. It's Lamar Sistrunk back on the field now at quarterback. They're going back to number 14, the sophomore, I believe.
Well, maybe they're pulling a North Hardin and doing a 2-quarterback system.
2-quarterback system, that's right. Play action again.
Right over
throw.
the top.
Sistrunk settling in here.
A little quick throw there.
That was to the slot. That's number 5. That's Jason Briscoe, and he's going to pick up 12 yards.
Bruin's down on the field.
Who is it? Oh, cramp. We've got our first cramp coming out of halftime here. So Sistrunk, wow, right out of the gate with a couple of good completions here.
2 quick pops for positive yardage.
Absolutely. Getting one again to number 17, Cadence Baines. And then getting one to Jason Briscoe, one of his favorite targets, but who has not had opportunities as much tonight. But they may get that going here. We're just 11.5 to go, and we're going to stretch out a calf muscle here. Yeah.
This is what we talked about at the beginning, all the way back. People all the way back at the beginning was at conditioning.
Yeah.
And when you're running both sides of the ball and you haven't played a full game from first quarter to fourth quarter,
you know, you've gotta hydrate when you're in these situations too. That's part of it. But some guys are just, hydrate or not, some guys are just susceptible to cramping up. Well, there's Gage Gergley. That's who it is, and he's the one that's been carrying the football.
He's been doing a lot,
making the tackles. I mean, he's been one of the more active players for the Bruins. He's made some nice tackles, nice defensive plays, and he's been carrying the load with the football. So they're going to have to work that calf muscle out and get him back on the field. First down and 10 from the 39. 39, it's not the 39. That's the 25.
At the 39.
Yeah, it's not the 39.
Number
10. Confusion there, but Grundy's got it. He is breaking 2 or 3 tackles. He's open. That's going to be a touchdown.
That's be a touchdown.
Yeah, that's a 26-yard touchdown run by Duzai Grundy. And on it,
Duzai Grundy, the 39-yard
a flag in the end zone. I don't know what that would be in the end zone.
Unsportsmanlike.
26-yard run by Grundy to start the half off. That's his first run of this half. And a fantastic. And I'll tell you one thing that we were talking about how fast the Bruins were getting the ball. Look, you got 3 guys bent over. I just saw 3 guys. They just came out of the half. They shouldn't be tired yet.
The penalty is against the Ravens.
So penalty on the Ravens, but it's after the touchdown, so I'm not sure when that will be marked off on the extra point or on the kickoff. But
I think you get to choose on that if you want it to be on the kickoff or on the extra point.
So 27-0 now. We're only 45 seconds into the second half, and quickly the Atherton Ravens are on top of them again.
That was just a little outside zone run, and he just
– well, he ran left and came all the way back. And as I was saying, we talk about how well the Bruins were running the ball. Nobody was running the ball there. It was really slow getting the football. It's a team that looks tired right now. Coming out of the half, you wouldn't expect that. And the kick is up and good. Is it good? It is good.
11-14.
So 4 for 4 on extra points for Bruce Lyston. 0 for 1 on field goals. He got that one
a lot
blocked.
of players walking off the field slow, too,
Yeah,
to get back to the sideline.
Yeah, tired and maybe a little defeated at this point. And you wouldn't expect that coming out of half, but we'll see if they can't turn something around here. They need some positive plays and some positive things to happen to get them going. They had a few completions late in the half, and they've got to start making first downs offense to keep the defense off the field. And again, it's a lot of the same guys.
Well, the only issue is the defense is the offense for a lot of positions.
In some positions, yes.
Yeah. Still think I would come up some for the kickoff.
Yeah, there's no need to be at the 10-yard line.
I mean, the furthest back I'd be is on the 25. 15.
Well, it'll be Lyston again to kick off, number 35, and he's waiting right now, probably waiting to see what coach they're waiting for a football. Probably trying to get a call as well. What do you want us to do? Yeah, they will mark off the penalty here on the kickoff. So
Yeah, so that wasn't unsportsmanlike. So probably celebrate a little extracurriculars in the end zone after the touchdown. They should still keep sliding forward some more, guys. Come on.
It's a 10-yard penalty. At least go up 10 yards. Should come up more, but all right. Well, let's see if the Bruins can get some field position and get something going on the offensive side of the football.
They really need to get some blocking on that far side of the field from us.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching. We're going to watch the 4 guys up. See if we get any blocks. And it's going to be an onside type kick down the middle. Wow.
Nice catch.
Aiden Peterson.
He just
flew up. That was dangerous.
That was I will not say the word it is, but that was it.
Yeah, that took some guts there.
That took some guts and
intestinal
fortitude, as they would say in wrestling, to jump up there and get that
ball.
He's
not feeling good. He's down too. He went up. I think he fell on the football. He went at the football hard because the other team was about to get it.
It looks like a gut catch is what happened.
Well, and I think he hit the ground on top of the football. So they're going to have great field position on the 45 now, maybe 46. On the Ravens side of the field. I think it's only their second trip into the Ravens side of the field of the evening. Opportunity here for Caleb Irwin and his guys to make something happen here. 2 receivers to each side. Here comes a trap. Little counter trap there. Strader up in it. He's going to get a yard and a half, maybe just a yard. They flipped him pretty good, didn't they?
They gave him a little judo flip there on him.
It looked like they had a little more space there, but it got sealed up pretty quickly.
They're pretty good at containing that edge and closing
in
on
it. They really are. Hit him right at the thigh boards, didn't they?
It'll be 2nd and 9 at the 44.
1 yard gain there from Strader.
Right there. Oh. He had the hitch on the other side. Number 16 was wide open.
So was Corday Matthews on the bottom here. 15, that's Caleb Wilson up there. So both hitches open, just waiting. The timing's just a little off, and again, it might take them 3 or 4 games to figure out the timing. I know watching Caleb all last year, he struggled early in the season because he was struggling to figure out how to run that option, the option attack of Coach Stockdale.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of the year, he was kind of a wizard with the ball. It was hard to see where the ball was going. He was doing a great job making the reads. It may take him a few weeks to figure out how to get the ball out of his hands on time and to run this spread offense and be comfortable with it. There's a quick slant over the middle to Raekwon Bradley. Bradley fighting for yards. That was 3rd and 9. He got 8. Well, do you think he got it?
I think he got it.
I think he's short. I think that's an 8-yarder. Let's see what they do with him here.
I didn't think he was down when they tackled him. It looked like he rolled over them.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 1. You got to go for it. Down 28-0. You're on their side of the field. They need the 36.
I think you hard counter right here.
Hockman in motion, giving to Strader. Hit the
Got it.
backfield. I think he got it, though. Again, that's Wu Sutton, number 3. I don't know. They didn't give him a very good spot. I think he's short. I thought he had it, too. He was hitting the backfield, but he spun off of it and seemed to jump forward. No.
They're saying he's short.
Yeah. Turnover on down, so 4th down. Weren't able to get it there. They had an interesting formation there with a double fullback type formation. Somebody filtered through and hit Strader on his left leg in the backfield. He spun. I thought he was able to dive forward for it, but
no doing.
A little short. Great defense there from
I really
the
thought they
Ravens.
I think he had the first down the play before, but
yeah,
because they hit him in the legs and he rolled over on him. He didn't go to his knees.
Didn't give him a good spot there either. So 1st and 10 again now for the Ravens. Great opportunity there, squandered. And Bruins still struggling to find their way offensively. I've been through this before, folks, especially with a new offense. Sometimes it takes it a while to
timeout by the Ravens here.
figure. I think they don't have people in the places they wanted.
Timeout, Atherton.
So we got a timeout. This is live coverage of Central Hardin football on HCEC-TV and ESPN Radio 106.1. This is Hardin County Education and Community Television Student Production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live streaming channel and programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunications needs, featuring Bark, Protect What Matters Most, BBTEL Stream, watch TV with your BBTEL app, BBTEL Secure, a safer home awaits. BBTEL Blast, make the most of your Wi-Fi. Visit bbtel.com today. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Bardstown, Brandenburg, and South Louisville. For more information, go online at physicaltherapyky.com. Well, 9:49 to go here in the third. The Ravens have it 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Get that pistol look again. Well, no, they got a up back.
They've got an up back as well. Play action look going deep. Oh, there he is.
Got him.
Oh, nice
great
defensive
break
play, Raekwon Bradley. That was the star receiver there, Garyon Hobbs. And Bradley ran him down and knocked it away. Beautiful play.
Broken up by number 6, Raekwon Bradley.
That was a great play by the defensive back there on that one. Like it looked like they kept the up back there just to be a blocker, to give the quarterback time to throw it deep, seeing if they could take a shot down there, put their best guy against other guys. Best guys who comes up with it. All right, he gives it.
Duzai Grundy with a good run.
Nice grab there at the
Knocked
end
out
to
of
save him
bounds.
before he can get a first down.
I think he got about 6 on that. Did you see who it was over there on the far sideline making the play?
Grundy on the carry.
May have been Begley. Braden Begley was there.
Like number 11?
Yeah, that's Begley. So Grundy with a good carry there. He started off this half with a 26-yard touchdown run. There's a 6-yard gain there. He's quickly approaching 100 yards.
7 on the play.
He's got 98 yards on the ball game right now. Motion. Give to Grundy. Man, they had him in the backfield.
Cut
he's
back to
continuing to run backwards, which might work. And there he goes.
There he goes.
That is one of the most amazing football plays I've ever seen in my life. 40. He's gone 66 yards. Is there a flag anywhere? I think there's got to be a flag. I think there may have been a kind of a.
I think it's a cramp is what happened.
Is there a flag anywhere?
I do not see any flag. Well, no, yes, there
maybe
is.
there was.
They were there.
There's a block,
by the
kind
40.
of a block on someone, kind of a blindside block is what I was seeing. And wow, unbelievable. So he runs left, runs right, runs backwards.
Backwards, then back up the seam.
You know what it looked like? Yeah, that seam over there looked like a wall that you used to see on punt returns. They had a wall set up by the time he was turning back to the left. And Duzai Grundy goes 66 yards.
He did the thing that I always yelled at running backs when they do it that I hate it.
Don't run away.
Don't
from
run
the-
backwards and away,
She
but
is.
apparently,
Apparently, when you're a stud like that, you can do whatever you want. I don't know. But, boy, that was impressive. Not sure.
We're always
gonna
like, go
get here.
straight ahead, don't go backwards. He went a lot of backwards and came back the other side.
It looks like it is, in fact, a touchdown. They haven't put it on the scoreboard yet, but the kicking team is out for the extra point there, because we do have a Central
I
Hardin
thought I
Bruin
saw
down.
a flag over there, or is that just a piece of equipment?
Yeah, I'm seeing that as well. I don't know why there's a flag or something on the field. But I guess it's a touchdown, 6 point. Wow. I think that's Aiden Peterson, maybe. Is that 34?
Or is that a
Yeah.
flag, or did it fall out of their pocket?
What we're doing
I don't
here.
know what's going on.
Somebody pick something up. Why is there laundry out there? He's picking it up. Well, he just lost it. So they're going to call that a 66-yard touchdown run by Duzai Grundy. So he had 98 yards. He has significantly more than that now.
I mean,
2 big touchdown runs here in the
it's
third
really
quarter.
was like an 80-yard touchdown run with all the running around in the
He
backfield that
He
happened.
got back almost inside the 20. It was close, that's for sure.
I'll tell you what, as a defensive coach and player, that's very deflating when something like that happens. When you thought you blew up the play, and then that happens.
You got him 5 or 6 yards deep with about 3 guys standing in front of him, and he just runs away and then outruns them to the other sideline, turns it up, and is gone. Unbelievable. Wow, great run, Duzai Grundy. Again, they lost last year. Michael Curry, who had 1,867 rushing yards and 25 touchdowns at the running back spot. Grundy was their second leading rusher last year. He's obviously up to the challenge.
Yeah, he
replacing
said, I got this.
Yeah, exactly.
I got this, coach.
Exactly.
Don't worry.
So the Curry kid from last year also had 248 receiving yards on 16 receptions. So he was super important. Well, there's a blocked kick. It's Hockman getting through. Blake Hockman making a play on that one. So they've got a
PAT failed.
Coach Anthony White does have to go back to the drawing board on his kick protection scheme. Or
Unless he's,
happening.
sometimes you don't put the best guys out there on special teams at times, and maybe he has to
The
look
hard
at that.
Yeah, maybe. The hard part about this, 34-0. Had they gotten the extra point,
The clock would be running.
the clock's running, and that would be merciful in this case. 8:46 to go in the third quarter, and obviously everything has gone in the toilet for the Bruins. Again, a good start. They played well in the first quarter. Second quarter,
really? I mean, they played
pretty good in the second quarter, where
and-
they just had a couple of big errors on a deep pass and a couple turnovers. Other than that, it was a pretty even first half. But here in the second half, it is absolutely looking like if Atherton wants to score 40 more points, they can.
They could.
All the wind out of the sails, it appears.
The gas is out of the tanks.
All right, so
I
here's
see,
the
I
other
see,
thing
I
we're
see
about to
another
see.
player over there stretching his calf.
Yeah. Well, you can see where the Atherton Ravens are going to be kicking off from. So that flag on the field was obviously on the Bruins. They're going to the 40. Why is our team lined up back here here they come? Yeah, 15 yards, some sort of personal foul that we missed. That we saw the laundry on the field, but
Usually when you have a big run like that, somebody blocked when they weren't supposed to.
yeah. Well, again, we were on defense, so somebody took a cheap shot. Someone not looking, and I would suspect we obviously didn't see it, but the flag was on the far side, and I think
We were too mesmerized by the Barry
Oh, my
Sanders-esque run
Yeah.
there.
yeah.
That nothing should have happened to something just happened.
Yeah. Well, Bruce Lyston, I think, number 35 here, might even be able to put this one in the end zone. We'll see what their strategy
Unless
is
they
on
decide
this
to pooch it.
kickoff. Or onside kick it again. You could. There's no consequence for it when you're already over the 50 here. He's going to boot it, and he does put it in the end zone. So, as suspected, Lyston, being a kicker, can kick the ball. So they've been opting to do other things, squib kicks and a few deep kicks to Raekwon Bradley. But you see him there put it in the end zone from the 45. 8:46 to go, third quarter, 34-0. As we mentioned, 35-0 would mean a running clock. That would be quite a luxury at this point. But again, we'll see if the Bruins can get anything going here. We'll see what the Ravens are looking to do here. And Coach White, is he looking to substitute, or is he looking to get his guys to try to play at least 3 quarters? Again, they haven't played
a full game yet.
And it's a shame for them to not get that time that they need. Good throw to the outside there to Strader. About a 2 or 3 yard gain on the quick out.
He was closing on quick.
2 yard gain. So Irwin, I like that when he got that out in a hurry. 2 for 2 here in the second half, throwing the football.
And, you know, if you're the coach, maybe just get a series here where you can get some positive stuff so you can have something to use.
Well, there's a flag now. Cooper Kinsey lined up offsides. I think he's talking to the official, and the official is giving him a signal there. I think he may have been lined up too far forward. No. Lined up offsides the defense. So I saw Cooper Kinsey, number 7 for the Bruins, talking to the official like, was that me? You didn't call that on me, did you? And he did not.
He did not. He said, that's not mine.
So, second and 3 now. 8:05 to go. The clock is running. Trips formation to the left. It's more like a 2nd and 4 from the 27. Irwin is going to pull it down. He's got some space. He slides. I think he got the first down.
Yeah.
So 5-yard run from Caleb Irwin. Again, he's had some decent runs. He's just had a couple of sacks that led to his
negative yardage.
Yeah, negative yardage on his running total. So first down, they needed that. They've only had about maybe the 4th first down for this Bruins squad of the ball game. They need to get something going here, move the ball and possess the ball. Begley and Bradley switching
lining
sides.
up in trips.
Yep. Looking for the screen to the other side to the back. Incomplete. Boy, there were a lot of guys there. He wasn't going anywhere with that one.
When you see the receivers going a slow jog out of the snap, it's usually going to be a screen.
Quilshawn Baines was one of the defenders that was there to make the play. So incomplete pass there.
Yeah, 2nd and 10.
Man-to-man look. They may be backing out. Throw over the middle. Good catch. Begley.
Yes.
15-yard gain. Good delivery on the quick play action look over the middle.
He did a good job recognizing the blitz and hitting that spot where the backer should have been, but the backer was coming in hard.
The gain is good.
Good recognition.
Planet Fitness. Bruin. First down.
I really feel like they've got to get it to Begley. Begley is the big target. He's athletic. He's one of their better defenders as well. I think that's someone they can go to. And, you know, we haven't talked about the fact there's a couple of injuries affecting the Bruin team right now. Oh, boy, straight ahead, but nothing there. No. Unblocked defender. I believe that's 99, who is the highly recruited defensive end. His name is Xavion Meade. And, wow, 2-yard loss for Strader on that one.
Yeah, we're missing Arthur Worleybaugh.
Arthur Worleybaugh, yeah, who's a really good running back, one of the bigger players on the Bruin squad. But I was thinking of Cannon Elmore as well at the wide receiver, getting some size at that wide receiver spot, much like Begley. Irwin running for it now. He's got some space. He's going to run with it. Trying to make a big play. Close to the first down.
Let's see where they spot him at.
He got 10 yards. He's about 2 yards short, so now a couple good runs, a run of 5 and a run of 10 along with a 15-yard pass, and Irwin's having a good second half.
You keep this going. Yeah. String of first downs here. See if they can get in the end zone and have something positive to look back at after this game.
And possessing the ball, keeping the other team's offense off the field, giving your defensive guys, the few of them that are over on the side, a rest. 4th and 2, though. They need this. Yep, they were able to draw the Ravens offside, a couple of them falling forward there on the defensive line, and so good job using the count.
I feel like that would be my if I ever was back in coaching, that would be my number one call on those third and shorts or fourth and shorts would be the players would know we always hard count.
Yeah.
On the start of the play, and then we go into the real play. So let's do a hard count first every time on those third and shorts or fourth and shorts, and force the other team to maybe make a mistake.
Somebody moved early, so it's going to be 1st and 15 now, I believe. False start. Again, the Bruins haven't had a lot of penalties. We talk about mistakes.
Which is good.
But that's maybe the second or third penalty of the ball game. I know they had the personal foul on the touchdown. This mistake here, I think it's only 3 penalties, so not a bad night as far as those kinds of mistakes. But 1st and 15 now from the 42. Again, the good news is Caleb Irwin is 3 for 4 in the second half, passing the ball. A little more effective, a couple good runs. Looking for the screen here to Corday.
Oh.
Wow.
And
did he fumble the football?
Number 4 on the hit there for
that's
Garen Hobbs.
That's Garyon Hobbs, who's a stud.
He was on there right quick.
Shot out of a cannon, buddy. Wow.
I mean, it looked like there was some space there, and that space closed quick.
It disappeared.
I don't even know if he really had possession of the ball when he caught it. As soon as it went in his hand, he was hit.
Nope,
no, there's a turnover.
Fumble. So completion, but turnover there. Another turnover in the ball game. That is the 4th turnover for the Bruins. The 2 special teams, the 1 interception, and now this fumble. And so anytime you got 4 turnovers, you can't feel good about what's going on. Obviously, they're in a deep hole right now, but
they were getting some positives there on a few plays of that series.
Yeah.
Get some positive notes in before the game ends.
Yeah.
Something to build on.
Yep.
Who is 34 for the Bruins?
That's Aiden Peterson, one of their leading tacklers from last season. Is he not on the field?
No, he's been getting his calf work for quite a bit.
Okay. Yeah. Gurgley still has not re-entered the game with the calf issue.
Oh,
double reverse pass. Wide open is Hobbs.
And that's going to be a touchdown.
And that is 6 points. This time 56 yards. The pass was by number 5. And that is Briscoe.
That is Jason Briscoe. The Briscoe kids.
56 touchdown
Double
pass.
reverse pass.
Double reverse pass. Wow. So catch by Garyon Hobbs for 56 yards. And again, don't know that you needed to put that on film if you're Coach Anthony White. Might save that for a rainy day down the road when things are difficult.
Maybe he wants to get this clock running so he can go home.
Well, he just accomplished that. He just accomplished getting the clock running. That is a 40-0 lead now, and so that is in fact going to happen. 5:02 to go here in the third, and the clock will begin to move. That time kicked through. It was a little right, but it snuck inside the upright. So Bruce Lyston will add to the lead. 41-0, 5:02 to go here.
Rough going, Coach. Rough going.
Yeah, we like to during these games talk about from our our own experiences and perspectives. What do you do when you get down and what are adjustments you can make? We did some pretty good stuff with making adjustments and trying to. Down 41-0. There aren't any adjustments, Tony. There's not a whole lot to.
I think offensively, that's when you start looking at let's string some plays together.
Yeah.
Let's work on fundamentals. Let's make sure that we can
stop making mistakes.
Yeah, glean some positives out of this before we go away. What's working? What's not working? But it's rough. It's rough business when it's at this score because it's very defeating for the kids.
Think about it. I believe it was 0-0 after the first quarter. We are about just over 6 minutes into this quarter. I mean, 41-0 is in a span of
Oh yeah, it was
17, 18 minutes.
It was a snap of like,
yeah.
I mean, they had them a little bit back and forth defensively.
Yeah.
And two, that could be, gas is full in the tank for the defense.
Yeah.
Flying
around. They were flying
They
around.
flying around. There was the start
Yeah.
of the game. Wasn't
Yeah.
into the third or fourth quarter when they've been going all game, and juice starts to run out after a while.
And it's becoming evident. I
Yes.
mean, that there's no juice in there. It was evident from the beginning of that third quarter. It kind of
A couple guys cramping.
Guys cramping. Guys
walking
on
and off the field.
And again, part of that is the whole having played 4 quarters, playing a lot of guys both ways. It's tough early in the season, even if you got a nice night out. So this is a team that's in need of a lot of growth. I don't think they're going to see a lot of talent like this. The funny thing is they played some really good teams in there. Great Crossings included. They were offsides. But they played some good teams in their scrimmages and had some success. We're pretty even with Great Crossings. It's a top-rated team, ranked in the top 5 maybe even. So this is something they certainly didn't expect. Did not see this coming even a little bit after a couple of really good
Right, I mean, this could just be a testament to Atherton for this year. Maybe their stock is up for this season even more than what maybe was predicted at the beginning of the year.
They're obviously a really good team. I think they're better up front than we thought they were. I think they've got weapons everywhere. They've got 5 or 6 guys that can beat you on offense and defense.
Well, when you look at their offensive line, it can be misleading because you see like more athletic-looking kids.
Yeah.
But when you're running the spread, that's kind of what you want. You want guys who can run.
They don't have to be as big.
Yeah, because that zone running scheme, you want guys who can get to the second level quick, and you don't have to have the big guys when you're running that scheme.
So Bradley catches the ball, accidentally puts his knee down on the ground, and so he'll be down back at the 15 where he caught it. Another little bit of again, these are early season miscues. If we get to week 4 and 5 and these things are happening,
well, I mean, it seems like to me like you're going to go back in there and say, okay, let's go work on some special teams.
Oh my land, I think so. And even they, it feels like they're searching a little bit as well, because if you recall, they've had 3 different guys punt the football. So I'm not sure they really know what they want there. They knew that they weren't supposed to kick it to the guy deep, but they didn't always execute that super well. So, yeah, there's a lot to work on, a lot to improve on. And I know we'll see a lot of improvement. Coach Gregory's a fantastic coach, and they will make big strides. This is a tough first outing, but the clock, it is a moving. So, 1st and 10 at the 15, maybe even the 14-yard line here. Give to Strader. Strader's got 4 or 5 guys right in front of him, so he's going to turn it up and get a yard or two anyway.
They're just on that edge quick. That outside zone is not going.
Interesting you mentioned just a minute ago about how their offensive line maybe can get up to the second level in those zone blocking schemes. Now, we're having a hard time with that because, with 3 down linemen, you're thinking we run the football, but their linebackers are so quick to react that they're gone.
They got some zip.
They're gone.
They got some zip.
Our guys can't get to the second level and get on them. They're already to the next level. Timeout Atherton. Really? Up 41-0. Interesting.
Maybe they're going to start switching some players out.
Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located off exit I-65, exit 91 on 311 Steel Drive in Elizabethtown. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company that has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties in the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. Well, 2nd down and 8, 2-yard gain for Strader on that carry. He hasn't had a lot of room. Oakley obviously coming in for Gage Gurgley, who went out with the calf cramping, calf strain, one of those. We're also seeing Aiden Peterson on the side.
And his
having
shoulder pads
his calf checked out. Yeah, shoulder pads off. He's obviously done. Irwin looking down the middle.
Got him wide open, just
He hit
slightly overthrown.
Well,
but I mean, you got to catch
had
that.
both hands on the football. It looked like Bradley was looking to stop when he should have continued to run. So I think that's a pretty good throw. Bradley unable. I know if I were the quarterback, I'd be like, you got to catch that football when he gets back to the huddle.
And I'm at the receiver saying, I think that was a little high, coach.
I would
as a
then
receiver
say,
to my quarterback, but you would have said,
I'm
if you don't
looking for
catch
a
it next time,
guy.
I can throw it to you no more.
Exactly. I'm looking for a guy that's going to catch that then, standing on the sideline and be out here and take your spot. Irwin being run down. He's going to throw it away. It's out of bounds.
So don't worry. My oldest brother said,
Flag down.
if you could touch it, you better catch it. So
Yeah.
that was the rule
That's
at our
right.
house when we grew up. If you could touch it, you better catch it.
Irwin under a ton of pressure there. Threw the ball out of bounds, trying to get rid of it, but it didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to be intentional grounding. That's going to bring up, I believe, a 4th down. With the clock running and them discussing what's going on, we're at 54 seconds to go in the 3rd. This thing may run out before we can punt it. Yeah, intentional grounding called. Loss of down. 4th down. Okay. Well, they're going to get the punt off here. I think I'd take my time. Yeah, do we have a football yet? The ball was thrown out of bounds, and one of the fans on the side over there kicked it. Here comes the football back. All right. Who's back there punting now? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because, again, there have been several different.
I've got my glasses on, but I still can't see that one.
Yeah, he's not. Oh, I think it's Cooper Kinsey. That's number 7.
It's a single number guy.
Yeah, it's Cooper Kinsey. So the penalty will go back to the spot, which is about the 3-yard line. So Kinsey not going to be super comfortable back there in the back of the end zone having to punt this thing out.
And it's going to be hard to – when you're back in the end zone, it's going to be tough.
He's not in the back of the end zone. He is about 6 yards from the line. And they are going to let it run out. It did finally run out. This is live coverage of Central Hardin football on HCEC-TV and ESPN Radio 106.1. West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple, has 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Or find us online at westpointbank.com. West Point Bank, working better together. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable's Channel 2, Spectrum Channel 184, all HCEC-TV programs on the HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. Watch from the sidelines, a sports show featuring our student athletes and teams. Special thanks to our HCEC-TV crew. I'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact nfhs.com to subscribe today. 12 minutes to go. It'll go fast, mercifully. 41-0 is the score. The Atherton Ravens are for real. They are a threat in 5A.
If I'm the Atherton Ravens right here, do I pin my ears back and try
boy.
to block the punt?
Oh, boy.
Just to get that rep, because this isn't a scenario you see all the time in the season. And do I want to, like, play it like if it was a close game just so I can give my boys a rep on, like, this is what it's going to be like so you know what to do?
You might, but I tell you what I would do. You could get to it.
Well, you know they're going to kick it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's true.
So
you're
right. So why not pin your ear back
But
and
it
go for
looks
the block?
like they're not getting full depth to punt. It looks like they're going to quick kick this thing. One-step kick. Because he is only about halfway back into the end zone. About 8 or 9 yards from the ball. One-step kick, and he missed it.
Didn't even.
He kicked that one about 8 or 9 yards.
Put them on the 12-ish.
Okay.
It went out on the 10.
Yeah, so you gained about 8 yards out of that, or about 6 or 7 yards out of that. So, again, they just got to go back to the drawing board on the kicking game.
Yes.
They've got to find someone who can kick the football, who can execute a quick kick. Now, again,
I mean, they might as well just throw a Hail Mary down the field and have them pick it further down there and tackle them.
That's true.
Tackle them down the field.
The strategy now, again,
I know the strategy is you
don't
want him to return
no,
it.
well, let me talk about the kick, which
Yes.
he was trying to kick out of bounds. So I get it. I understand what he's trying to do. He just didn't execute it the way Coach wanted him to, a little further down the out of bounds. But when you're quick kicking, you want to kick the back half of the ball and get a roll out of it. So that's not an ideal situation for a kid who's trying to do that. Oopsie daisies, there it goes. And, well, it's De'Ara Smith back on the field here late in the game in fourth quarter. It looks like what they've decided is to go Lamar Sistrunk first and third quarters and De'Ara Smith second and fourth. So here he is now, and he's not going to get a lot of meaningful reps, it doesn't appear.
Or at least for now, they're doing this.
Right. Tonight, that's what they've done. And the reason I say he's not going to get meaningful reps is because obviously
the clock is going to keep on running.
Yeah, the clock's going to run. He's not going to have a lot of opportunities here. They are going to call a timeout. We've got a player down on the field for
it's like number
Atherton. It's one of the big fellas up front.
77. Emmanuel
I see
Arnold.
77. I see 77 going that away. 73 maybe? I don't know. There's no 73 on my list. I don't know.
You got a 75, a 72.
Could be 75, Daquan Johnson. We'll see in a minute here when he exits the field. But, boy, they've got the whole crew working on him. Well, 10:25 to go now. And, again, De'Ara Smith back in the game. He's throwing the ball over there on the side, staying loose. But they may throw it. I mean, you'd think up 41-0, you'll just run the football. But most teams are just going to run their offense. So
I mean, if you just want to get some reps.
Yeah. He's got 2nd and 22 after that snap problem.
What was it? Jimmy Johnson with the U? Said,
yeah, get better.
It said, you know, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
And that's just how it goes.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, it is 75.
I still can't even read it, but yeah. Yeah, it is 75. Well, you know, I coached at the beginning of my coaching career back in 92 through 96 with Coach Owen Houck, who's one of the 2 or 3 winningest coaches in Kentucky history. And he would say to people, we'll get better.
Yeah.
And then we won't score 80 points on you. But the other thing he would do, and that upset some people, but the thing is, we were playing freshmen against varsity by the end of the game and scoring 2 or 3 times, and he just didn't want to tell his freshman tailback to just sit down and stop doing it. So it was kind of a tough situation there. We'll see what they decide to do. Little play fake. He's running for his life here. De'Ara Smith still on his feet. How did that happen? Houdini escape, and he's got room.
There we go again.
Good grief. Tackle by 21 Hinton, I believe. That's a good tackle there to save a touchdown, maybe. Unbelievable. Tony Hinton, he was surrounded by 3 guys, jumped over one person's legs.
Yeah, they had him down in the backfield. It was another one of those broken plays that just made something out of nothing.
So about a 9-yard gain after a total mess.
Still got a long down. We got 3rd and about 14, 15 here.
Yeah. 3rd and long. De'Ara Smith at the quarterback position.
3rd and 12.
I think a few of these Bruins that are on the field now are some of the backups. Coach going to get some other people in the ball game with a running clock, 9.5 to go. Probably a good idea here. Looks like they're in a man look here as well. Smith losing control of the ball, trying to avoid it, but he's going to be brought down. Trying to see who it is there. No. Is that number 9? Cedric Dennis, number 9. I believe that's who it was. Good play by number 9, Cedric Dennis, in the backfield as De'Ara Smith was trying to escape.
It'll be 4th down.
8:50 and counting. 4th down and 12 or 13 or whatever here to go. They need to get to about the 6-yard line for a 1st down here. And they'll go for it again. You're not going to punt down here. They don't have a field goal kicker that's going to kick this. So this is the last option. We're going to get a timeout. Hardin County TV is teaming up with WIEL tonight for coverage of high school football live on ESPN Radio 106.1. This is HCEC-TV student production, a division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, West Point Bank, and E-Town Exterminating. Thanks to our sponsors, supporting Hardin County Schools and our students in their pursuits. We've got a great student crew tonight working behind the cameras and in the truck, along with Ron Hartley, Jeremy Miller, and Gina Ryan, our staff, doing a great job teaching our young people how to
Be future professionals.
Yeah, produce a television broadcast. Exciting
Live.
stuff. Live. Exciting stuff. Live right there. Look at us. There we are.
There
hey,
we are.
everybody.
I can't. Here's the camera. Hello.
I know we're looking at the screen, looking at ourselves, waving at ourselves.
But we're really waving at you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Smith is going to take a shot. Open in the back.
Back.
Touchdown, Dearest Smith. Who is that catching it?
Touchdown pass is complete.
A little bit outmanned on the side there. PA announcer trying to figure out who that was that caught the touchdown ball. I believe it's
23.
23.
Jeremiah Briscoe.
One of the Briscoes.
The youngest
the young
of the,
one,
Bri-
the sophomore.
the youngest of the Briscoe boys.
Congratulations, Jeremiah Briscoe, catching a touchdown pass. He's a sophomore. And, again, Jason Briscoe threw a touchdown pass earlier. James Allen's got a catcher, too. They've all been involved and active. And I always felt like, we had some good guys who were either brothers or twins. If you got one good one, you usually got several good ones. So that's always good news. When you're coaching, you see your list of players, and they got the same last name, and that dude can play. I bet that other one can, too.
We had a set of twins that were really good.
We sure did. The Williamsons.
Yeah. Outside
Tyler and
backer
Tevin.
Safety.
Yeah, way to go, boys. Yeah, they were
Almost
fantastic
got another
players.
block there.
Yeah, they're struggling to protect the extra point. That's one place they're going to have to
They're
go
gonna do
back
some
and
work on.
evaluate. Yeah, they're going to have to work on that a little bit. So, all right, clock still is a churning here. Thanks for joining us
7
tonight,
minutes
everybody,
left.
whether you are a listener
Or a viewer.
or a viewer on HCEC-TV, NFHS, maybe streaming, or on ESPN Radio 106.1. So we're excited to have you here with us. Again, we were hoping for a long
closer
night
game.
of fun, and it
Well,
was
It's
about
been a long night.
it was about about 40 minutes of fun, where it was a close ball
tight
game,
game.
very competitive and lopsided since. We'll see what happens next week. Next week, Tony, we will be at Elizabethtown High School to watch the Panthers take on crosstown rival Central Hardin Bruins.
Yep. A
So-
rivalry game that hasn't happened in a hot minute.
It's been a while. We coached in a couple of those, but
I
it's been
think
a while.
I think the last time we were coaching.
No, there was a couple back in 2019. There was one because Paige, my daughter, was a junior, and I remember being at that ball game, calling the game while she's out running around, hanging out with her friends. But so they've played a few times. It's been a little bit again here. It's kind of an off and on rivalry with football. Again, you're talking about 2A versus 6A, and so it's not always super
Competitive.
Yeah, well, it's not great for E-Town to play that far up. They have played Meade County and Central Hardin in the last years. Don't love it for them. There are times when E-Town has great football teams and can beat Central Hardin. We know that. We know that's true. I mean, they've had some good opportunities to do that. There are also times when it's not competitive because you just are looking at a 2,000 student school versus a 700 student school. Offsides again. There's another problem they've got on the kicking game is they can't stay on sides.
Well, those fast guys like to run down there quick.
They're ready.
They're ready to
Shooting
go.
them out of a cannon.
I've been
Yes,
on the
they
side of Central wins and Central losses versus E-Town.
You have. I've been on both sides as well.
I
on
know.
both sides.
I was on one side of it when you did it to us.
That's right.
Did not
For
like
those
that
who
at all.
don't know,
Did not like
I'm
that
a
at all.
Former Elizabethtown Panther coach. God bless Titus Sublett. I love that kid. What a kid. He's in his 30s now and probably has 4 or 5 kids of his own. He's an amazing man, amazing father. Love that guy. But as a freshman, I was his coach at E-Town, and he made a pick right before half and ran it back for a touchdown, and that was the deciding factor in that ball game.
Yep, I remember. Yeah. I was there on the sideline.
Love old Titus Sutherland. What a great player and a great guy.
I even had to coach against Titus in when I coached middle school, and he played middle school ball.
Good luck, because that kid could flat play. He was a tough one. He was a smart one, and there he is, a freshman out there on the field, and he saw a play happening and just
made it happen.
Stepped in and made a pick and was gone. They weren't going to get him. So, yep. Kick is away. Again, they're trying to get it to Bradley. He's got to come up and make a play on the ball. He does this time. Splits 2 defenders, but there's 2 more there.
Kickoff return by number 6, Rick.
So you've got a couple of – we got 3:24 to go here,
yep.
Tony. And, again, we can talk more about next week in just a minute here. But you've got to make some decisions. Again, right now, at this time of the season, it's so hot out. And we've talked about how it's not really hot tonight. But, this early, you want to give your guys some rest.
They need to figure out some rotation. Well, yeah. Well, you may have to get some rotation players in on there for some packages.
Well, I'm watching. The reason I bring that up again now, and there's a timeout here. But the reason I'm stating that now is because I just watched a lot of guys that weren't quick enough to get on block. Now, again, the guys on the coverage team for Atherton have good athleticism and quickness. But you're not going to have second and third string guys able to move their feet well enough to block. And so you're just dooming your deep guys to
get blown up.
Crushed. Yeah, they're going to get blown up by 4 and 5 guys at a time. You've got to put your top guys out there.
You have to have somebody for sure on the gunners to make sure they can't just get there and blow you up before you can even do anything. I mean, they got a really athletic guy running the ball back. You got to give him some help.
Yeah. So that's a hard decision, though, this time, especially this time of year. Later in the season, when it's cooler and you've played 4 or 5 games, you can start filtering those guys in if this is how you want to do it. I always want those guys. I'd be like, listen, we can give you a rest on offense. We can give you a rest on defense, but we're not taking you out on special team stuff. You've got to be there or we're going to get beat on special teams. Well, we've gone to the backups here. Number 9, which is Cedric Dennis, is that quarterback now. Hinton was the ball carrier there, number 21. Kind of gone to the JV crew. I think that's what you've got over there from Atherton side. I'm seeing some guys who aren't the same guys that were on the field before.
Well, both sides have switched out a lot of guys.
Yeah. 2:16 to go, running clock. There'll be just a few more plays. Good run there. It looks like 34? No, 24. That's 24. 34 is Aiden Peterson. He had his pads off earlier. 24, Connor Dupin. Nice run there. He's going to pick up about 7.
Connor Dupin on the carry.
He's a strong kid, Connor. Brings up a 3rd down and 6. Sure, they'd love to make a 1st down here and run it out with possession, not have to run the punt team back out on the field. That's not going to happen as Hinton is wrapped up by 2 or 3 Ravens. Number 56 was the first one to get there. Not on the roster we've got here.
Yeah, we only got 55 and 50.
One of the others.
One of the other 50s. Guys. I got a list of guys with no numbers by their
Don't
names.
know who they are.
It could be one of those. James Apple, Eden
4th
Wilson.
and long. They're going to go here and not punt it away. And gain of about 1 yard maybe. And they'll turn it over on downs with 1:04 to go here. The clock will continue to tick away. So, Tony, next week we'll be at E-Town. And, again, we would expect Central Hardin to be a little more competitive. Hopefully they'll execute better. Tyler Mattingly over there is someone we know really well. He was here at Central Hardin for a while. He will have his boys ready and well coached and ready to compete. We'll see what kind of improvements they've made. They've got some good young talent over at E-Town. That'll be exciting to head over that way, to be at E-Town, to call that game. And
A fitting last game for you.
Yeah, he let the cat out of the bag. Yep, it will be my last game calling this year. I'm going to be coming back for basketball season and hopefully next year's football season as well. But retirement date of September 1, and so that will be my last game of this year. Tony will be taking over and continuing to call games throughout the rest of this season, but I'm going to go take a rest a little bit.
You're going to take a rest, and I'm going to be stressing out.
You got it, boy. No problem.
Oh, my
You've been doing this a while. So
yeah, but
no problem here.
You're the master in this situation.
Yes. Well, 48-0 final score. All Atherton after the first quarter, and Bruins have a lot to talk about,
to stew over,
to work on. There are a number of areas where they're going to need to make great improvement. They've got a lot of players that just did not show anything tonight that was, I'm sure, what they wanted to accomplish here in game one. Again, they've looked pretty good in a couple of scrimmages against some really good competition. So I'm sure they're scratching their heads right now. They're
then you go back to it as well. Those games where they look good in the scrimmages, it wasn't full games.
Right.
And kind of like this game here, that first half,
looked pretty good.
They look pretty good when everybody's got gas in the tank and everybody can get after the ball and do what they need to do.
Yeah.
Wear down over a game.
Yeah.
And they can just take some more conditioning over the season.
Right.
As long as they get it back on track by the time they hit some of them district games. That's the big thing.
Got one in a few weeks. North Hardin is a little earlier in the season than they normally are as far as the play there. I'm sure North Hardin will be a big challenge. That'll be a team that's going to have a really good team again this year. So,
similar and
that'll be interesting.
Skill set and play style as Atherton.
To Atherton,
yeah.
I think Atherton may be a little better up front, but North Hardin will match the athletes that you saw tonight pretty well. They'll have a lot of guys that can really play, and so that'll be a big challenge for the Bruins. They've got a long way to go. Certainly, I know Coach Gregory will be looking to make some improvements in several areas of play. So again, 48-0. I want to thank again this partnership that we have tonight with ESPN Radio 106.1. Good partnership where we've got the listeners on the radio side and the viewers on the TV broadcast with Hardin County Education and Community Television. I want to thank our staff again. Tony, any final comments for our viewers and our listeners?
Let's look forward to a good rest of your season. A lot of good football left with a lot of different local teams and see what they do.
Fantastic. And we'll just sign off, say good night from Central Hardin High School tonight. I'm Paul Gray with Tony Menendez. Good night, everybody.
Good night.